original reporting.
I'm Cammie McCormick, and a blow to Democrats. Virginia Supreme Court has struck down a redistricting plan. Michael Wallace reports.
The new map likely would have given Democrats 4 additional House seats.
Today was a blow to the Democrats in Virginia.
Loyola Law School professor and former federal prosecutor Lori Levinson says the state Supreme Court ruled 4-3 that Democratic lawmakers violated procedural rules when they put the new map on the ballot. Republican State Senator Ryan McDougal brought the original lawsuit against the redistricting effort.
The law is very clear. The Constitution was not followed.
Michael Wallace, CBS News.
Employment rose more than expected in April. CBS's Jill Schlesinger has been going through the numbers.
The standout sectors for the month included healthcare, which added 37,000 jobs. That's about what the industry has added monthly over the last 12 months. Transportation and warehousing added 30,000 jobs, though the Labor Department pointed out that transportation and warehousing jobs have gone down by 105,000 total jobs since peaking in February of last year.
As the White House waits for Iran's response to the latest plan to win the war, there have been more incidents around the Strait of Hormuz. Olivia Rinaldi reports.
Even today, CENTCOM says they interdicted 2 more ships that tried to go through that American blockade of Iranian ports. They had an F-18 jet strike these ships to make sure they were rendered unable to go any further through that blockade. But still, this White House is saying that the ceasefire is holding.
There is a lot of monitoring worldwide of passengers from that cruise ship with a hantavirus outbreak, including the U.S. Here's Tom Hansen.
One of the reasons that health experts aren't terribly concerned about this, they're monitoring it, they're taking it very seriously, but they're not overly concerned is because of the transmission of this virus. We know that this virus is incredibly difficult to spread on a wide scale.
Spanish authorities are preparing to receive more than 140 passengers and crew members headed for the Canary Islands. Health officials say they will perform careful evacuations. The Pentagon has begun releasing UFO documents, as Adriana Diaz reports.
The White House released a statement saying, in part, quote, the president is focused on providing maximum disclosure to the public, who can ultimately make up their own minds about the information contained in these files.
Interest in UFOs has grown in recent years, partly because of concerns adversaries could be testing highly advanced technologies. More than 160 files were released today, including one from 1947 that contains a series of reports about flying discs. On Wall Street at this hour, stocks are higher. The Dow is up 61 points. This is CBS News.
It's one of the most successful law and justice programs in television history that continues to uncover the truth. 48 Hours, Saturday on CBS and streaming on Paramount+.
We're getting a closer look at Microsoft's voluntary retirement offer, but first, let's go to KIRO Newsradio real-time traffic. I'm seeing lots of brake lights up in the north end. Traffic is slowly improving from Everett into Seattle. It's going to be about 45 to 50 minutes, less than 30 minutes from Renton to Bellevue. Puyallup to Renton is about 45 minutes right now. Federal Way to Seattle, 40 minutes. Lots of more braking lights there. And 18 minutes from Tacoma to Federal Way. This traffic report is brought to you by Seattle Sports. You can always listen to your favorite local sports content on the FM dial on 97.3 HD2.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning. I'm Katrina Gashard. Close to 9,000 Microsoft employees have until June to decide if they want to stay with the company or take early retirement. It's the first time ever voluntary retirement program for Microsoft. It says eligible workers will receive a lump sum of cash based on years worked at the company and their role. They'll also continue to receive health care and keep stock options. The Seattle Times reviewed the plan, which is posted internally on Microsoft's Human Resources website. 3 Eastside businesses are under investigation by Kirkland police for human trafficking and promoting prostitution. KIRO 7 TV's Jack Bilyeu was outside Miss A Salon in Bellevue as a customer approached the business.
Did you hear why they shut it down?
They shut down?
They shut it down. They did a prostitution bust. Said there was human trafficking going on.
Oh.
You come here a lot?
No.
No?
First time.
First time? What were you hoping to get done?
This week, Federal Way City Council discussed restrictions on massage parlors. Last month, Bothell police shut down 5 massage parlors. Seattle police announced plans yesterday to combat human trafficking as hundreds of thousands of people prepare to visit the city for the World Cup. A Seattle man is under investigation after a social media post showed him throwing what seems to be a rock at a monk seal in Hawaii. Kaylee Schnitzer, an 18-year-old Maui resident, posted this video.
What are you doing? Why would you throw a rock at it? Hello?
And state conservation officers detained the 37-year-old. Hawaiian monk seals are protected under federal and state law, and NOAA has taken over the case. ICE says despite claims from state of Washington about its Tacoma Detention Center, it maintains a higher standard of care than most U.S. prisons.
Last month, Governor Bob Ferguson and State Attorney General Nick Brown sued Geo Group, the private company that runs the Northwest ICE Processing Center in Tacoma, after 2 detainee deaths, 6 suicide attempts, and more than 3,500 complaints alleging contaminated water, medical neglect, and unwashed bedding. AG Brown said late last month that the state wants a judge to order the facility to let the state health inspectors in. But an ICE spokesperson now says the state simply showed up unannounced without following established procedures that would have granted inspectors access. Frank Lindsay, KIRO News Radio.
AG Brown's office says the state did follow long-established procedures, and other inspectors have conducted unannounced inspections at the facilities for decades. Now to your KIRO News Radio weather. Low clouds this morning, a chance for a few sprinkles, some late afternoon clearing. We'll see the sun tomorrow with high clouds, and it'll be mostly cloudy for Mother's Day and dry. Right now, it's about 52 in downtown Seattle. I'm Katrina Gashard, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with a KIRO News Radio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
This is the Gee and Ursula Show with G. Scott and Ursula Reutin.
It is Fresh Fridays here on the Gee and Ursula Show. Happy Friday to all of you. It's also Flex Fridays, too, as well. Good morning, Ursula.
Good morning. Yeah, coming up at 9:47, we're going to talk about what we've been up to. I started something new, but I just cannot get out of a rut. So I'm going to need some of your advice.
Okay.
Because you just sent me a photo that I'm going to post on our Gee and Ursula Show Facebook page, how you go every single day.
Every day.
I'm lucky if I make it 2 times a week.
Yeah. I've done the every day, Monday through Friday, twice a week since February 27th.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. It's really impressive.
Yep.
And I'm happy for you.
We'll talk about the ruts, and we'll talk about the... How about this? I'm glad you're going to bring that up, because let's talk about the psychological mind games that happens when you do make the decision to work out, and why sometimes it's really easy to quit.
It is.
And I'll tell you, I'm speaking for myself.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you some of the things that I had to go through.
Yeah. Okay, that will really be helpful. But hey, coming up at 9:30, remember that $34 billion shortfall we were talking about with Sound Transit?
Yeah.
And you were like, okay, yeah, $34 billion. Well, yesterday they had a meeting, and the Sound Transit leadership is saying they are still committed to the full plan, even with that shortfall. So, and even though some projects are now considered not affordable. So we're going to dive into that one, because Luke went to a meeting.
The $34 billion being short and everything motivated my walking with G this morning. I can't wait for Luke, because Luke was there yesterday, and
Yes.
I can't wait.
Yes. Our text line, Buckle-Shoot Casino Resort text line is 888-973-5476, 888-973 KIRO.
Let's get to it. Top stories of the day brought to you by Pendergast Law.
Artificial intelligence, we talk about it all the time. Well, it's no longer just changing how we work. It is now becoming one of the biggest reasons that people are losing their jobs. And a new report says AI was blamed for more than 21,000 layoffs nationwide just in April alone. That is accounting for more than a quarter of all job cuts for the second straight month. Of course, tech industry being hit the hardest. And of course, here in the state of Washington, we've got Amazon, Microsoft, Zillow, Expedia, T-Mobile, and they are pouring billions of dollars into AI while also cutting payrolls. And just in the Seattle area, these companies have reportedly announced more than 16,000 layoffs tied to AI. And experts say companies are just increasingly shifting that money away from workers and toward AI systems, especially for entry-level white-collar jobs that were once considered safe career paths.
Oh, where do I begin? Well, first, this is interesting because you're going to get ready to talk about the other story coming up at number 2 about what Microsoft is doing for the buyouts. Mm-hmm. But you know what? Let me start off this Fresh Friday with this. Remember what I told y'all about college? Mm-hmm. Here's my question. How can a college degree save you from AI coming to get you? How can we be in a situation where today the same AI that few years back people kept saying, no, AI is not going to do it, was responsible for 26% of the layoffs. And in my opinion, that's being nice. Mm-hmm. It could have been more, but people would take a PR hit. Speaking of PR hit, speaking of Ursula, don't we find it crazy that the same people, humans that help build this company, these companies, mm-hmm. the blood, sweat, and tears, mm-hmm. folks giving up their livelihoods, folks that couldn't leave away from the computer, folks that have missed family vacations, missed everything because they were doing everything for the job. They got their college degree. And there's this thing called AI where companies are coming through saying, well, mm-hmm. if we get rid of, we could actually make more of a profit. And then mm-hmm. the stockholders mm-hmm. will make more money. By the way, how's the stockholders, how they doing? How's the stock portfolio these days that only less than a couple % of people in this country have? So it's almost like this system, the broken system that so many of us have been telling folks about. Now people are starting to see that this system is not that great because this system, the broken system, is entering people's neighborhoods where it didn't enter. It's entering your jobs where it didn't used to, where the safe white-collar jobs, those were safe. Those are no longer safe anymore, my friend.
Well, and so what do you do? Because my brain always goes to, well, what can you do? And one of the things that you have to do right away is to learn how to use AI if you're mm-hmm. not already doing so, instead of pretending that it's going to go away, because it's not. And the workers who are going to be the safest will be those who know how to use AI, how to manage it, how to fact check it, how to improve what comes out of AI, because it's only as good as what you put in, right? So one of the things that AI cannot do still is emotional intelligence. That's something that, or leadership, negotiation, those are all things that still require a human touch mm-hmm. and human input, relationship building, crisis management, live communication. So those are all areas, I mean, and then as you mentioned, the college degrees and the once considered safe jobs, including computer science, which was mm-hmm. a guaranteed mm-hmm. 6-figure income once you're out. Mm-hmm. You do need to look at, hey, is there something that you can do really well that's hands-on, like the things like healthcare, bridge building, plumbers, pilots.
So let me give a compliment to college. Here's my compliment. And by the way, when we're speaking of college right now, a public 4-year in-state degree, the average 4-year degree is between $103,000 and $108,000. Mm-hmm. Out of state is between $183,000 and $192,000 a year. Let me just give a shot like this. If you are in a situation where you're able to get that college degree, that 4-year, you have a better chance than the others. I'll admit that. But just think about the people who don't have an opportunity to get that degree. So not only is college is not AI proof. Mm-mm. Now imagine the people who can't afford it. And then the people who, that get a student loan and they get the student loan and they go out here and get these jobs. How can they continue if the AI gets rid of them and they still have the student loan hanging over them? So I guess what I'm asking to you, Ursula, and everybody else, the average cost right now is over $100,000. Does that mean that we're about to see a decrease in college tuition? If not, why? Then why won't we see that? If we are seeing 1 minute that AI is just responsible for 26% of layoffs, why won't we see a decrease in college, a 4-year college degree?
Yeah, because colleges are going to shift, or they're already shifting, and they're going to convince folks that, and people go to college for all different reasons. It's not just to guarantee a job. Some people actually go for the education. Some people go for the experience. Some people go for the networking.
I tell you what,
some people go for the research.
I tell you what, if you go for the experience, and I just said to you, a 4-year public 4-year degree is between 103 and 108,000. That's rich.
Yeah, no, it is rich.
If you're able to go to school for the experience, that's awesome.
Yeah, and there are people who can.
I'd argue that most of America goes to college so they can solidify a job. Most of America goes there to make more money.
Yeah. So is your reasoning then just don't go to college?
Well, my reason is this. If you go to college now, I'm saying that you don't have the same buffer that they had 20-something years ago.
Yeah.
And I want to tell you that if you go to college and you get that student loan, and once you try to get relief on a student loan debt, the same people who had the relief back in the day will not want you to get that relief or that student loan. So if you do go to college, you better be strategic.
Well, a few weeks ago, Microsoft gave us a preview that something big was coming for longtime employees, and we had a few details, but now we know exactly what that deal is going to look like. The company is officially offering its first ever voluntary retirement buyout package to thousands of eligible workers. And according to the details first reported by GeekWire, for some employees, it's a lot. For example, they could receive anywhere from 2 to nearly 9 months of pay, depending on their level and years at the company. Microsoft is also offering extended healthcare coverage for up to 5 years, plus continued vesting of stock awards after the employees leave. And this could cover close to 9,000 people who work at Microsoft, about 7% of the workforce there. And the company says this is a one-time offer. So instead of doing another massive round of layoffs, Microsoft is hoping for a lot of people just voluntarily exit.
Yeah. So you have a choice to decide within 30 days. You either take the buyout now or get the pink slip later. Those are your choices. And I think that Microsoft, Ursula, found a strategic way to not lay off more people.
Yeah.
And the best way to do that, let's get 7%. 7% of the American workforce in Microsoft will go ahead and say, hey, go ahead. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Blockbuster 2005. It reminds me of that person has been at Blockbuster for so long, stacking, doing their job. The people that you saw on Friday nights. Matter of fact, you guys remember? Remember, we used to have great relationships with the people at Blockbuster that built the movie industry. And here we are today. I don't really have much to say other than that. I think I've said a lot about this topic, but I just wish that we remember the people that helped build Microsoft, Amazon, and all of these big tech companies, and I wish we just had a place for them to still continue.
Now, I would also point out, though, that if I am, let's say, 62, if I am closing in on that retirement age, because they did a formula, right? That if you number of years worked and was number of years worked and something else adding to 70, then you're eligible. Basically, they're looking for the long time employees.
Your age plus years worked.
Yes, and so obviously, the bigger salaries they want to walk out the door, but they're going to make it really sweet. If I'm that 62-year-old or 63-year-old and I'm nearing retirement, I'm taking it. I'm happy.
I'm curious, and it's because I don't have a 16-year-old, but text in. I want to know what you're telling your 16-year-old now. As they're in prep, maybe they're a junior in high school. They'll be a senior next year, or maybe they're a senior now. What are you telling your 15, 16, 17-year-old kid about the future? Because this future that you're telling them about is a future, can we all agree, that we've never seen before? We don't even know what this is going to look like. And we're just 3 years into this thing. We're in the very infancy stages of AI.
Yeah.
I'm curious, are you guys telling them the same thing that you used to, or have you changed? That's what you're saying.
No, I think that's great. A great question. Robin Puyallup says, I know this topic hits pretty close to you, Ursula. Are either of your boys looking at making a pivot? They always have to. One of my sons was just sharing with me that at his company, they are dealing with layoffs. I mean, he just left to go to Portugal for this walk, and he said the last day of his before vacation, he found out that about 10%, close to 10%, were being laid off. He's not, but he had already been told that he's going to be in charge of AI within his company. So he escaped. But there are people who we're downsizing. And what my son said before he left, he said, I can foresee myself basically cutting myself out of my own job.
Right.
I mean, that's how it is. It's like companies are just looking, how can we get that much more efficient and cut the salaries?
I'm asking people to text in.
Yeah.
About the 15, 16-year-old. Now, I want to go back to what I was screaming about last week. You guys remember me talking about the K through 12 school curriculum? I'm going to ask this again. Do you guys think we just keep it the same? Or do we not? Is there not an important time to change up school curriculum?
Yes.
If we keep doing things the same, you think that you're going to learn all of those skills? And then the people are saying, well, what about the trades? Yes. What about the trades in K through 12? What about the trade? There's an 8th grader right now. There's an 8th grader right now that has been working on his cars with his dad and his granddad or his mom or grandma. And this 8th grader knows exactly what they want. I want to work on cars, or I want to be an electrician, or I want to be a plumber. We can't put things in schools because it used to be tech. They used these vocational schools and high schools back in the day. I wonder why they took out vocational schools and stopped people being able to learn trades in high school. Why did they take that away?
Because of the big money, right? Exactly. And now it's like, oh, pivot. Now we need to go back. Yeah.
And which is why they won't change school curriculum, because they got to make sure that these colleges and universities continue to get your 150,000+ for 4 years of college.
Right.
So when G says college is a scam, I'll back off. I won't say that again. But college is a little different today than it used to be.
Well, colleges need to pivot, and quite frankly, they're just so outsized when it comes to how much tuition is.
And when you say pivot, are you saying universities need to make less money? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying a lot of things. The old model doesn't work.
They ain't going to do that.
Yeah. But somehow admissions and people trying to get into these colleges, it doesn't seem to relent. I mean, it is just, they keep doing it.
What if I told you one thing about admissions? What if I tell you guys this, and I know you guys are going to say, see, G?
It's a scam.
No. You always bring it up sports. What if I tell you that the University of Indiana's admissions has gone through the roof lately? What if I tell you that admissions can sometimes be tied to football teams? What if I tell you that Aunt Becky and those guys literally in the court documents, it talked about football games in USC? You mean to tell me you guys been living such a privileged life and it was sports that they wanted to be a part of and they had to lie? Gee, you always bringing up sports, man.
You're so funny.
Hey, coming up next here on the Gee and Ursula Show, we do need to talk at 9:47 is Flex Fridays. That's right. Ursula mentioned that you know what? She's a bit of a rut, so she wants to tell us about that. That's at 9:47. Stick around. But up next, y'all ain't gonna believe this. Our KIRO News reporter Luke Ducey is going to join us. Wait till you hear about Sound Transit and their plans to close the $34 billion with a B shortfall. Next, Gee and Ursula.
KIRO News Radio, the first place you turn for the news you trust.
Renton police investigating a shooting that happened just after midnight.
Engaging conversation.
It's just indefensible. The mayor's communications team should be better.
Traffic.
A full closure now, southbound 509 at Alexander Avenue.
And your Super Bowl champion Seahawks.
Touchdown, Seahawks!
Streaming everywhere on the KIRO News Radio app. Always here, always with you. KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM.
Don't wait, insulate. Last year, American Crawl Space and Pest Services gave over $2 million in insulation rebates from PSE, more than any provider in the state. If your home was built before 1990, you're eligible for recouping up to 95% of insulation replacement costs. Insulate with American Crawl Space and keep your home warm during the winter and cool during the summer.
American Crawl, the heroes you call.
The action is fierce, the energy is over the top, and it's a night you don't want to miss. It's Excite Fight Live MMA at Muckleshoot Casino Resort on Saturday, May 23rd at 7 p.m. See a full night of incredible combat when MMA fighters face off in the cage and turn the excitement all the way up. Get your tickets now at muckleshootcasino.com.
Some people out there love to do things entirely on their own. Others ask for help and trust their resources. When involved in an auto accident, you've got the choice of dealing with insurance on your own or hiring an attorney. I'm joined in studio by Harold D. Carr. He represents Harold Carr Law Offices. Harold, what's one of the main reasons for seeking representation?
If you were to look at statistics, most people end up with a lot less recovery when they don't have a law firm representing them.
And why should they hire Harold Carr Law Offices?
We're not shy about bringing lawsuits. We do try to settle, and insurance companies know that. They know that we're fair in how we talk to them. The answer is really, we are very professional. But we've had cases, big and small, where we've had to take it into litigation, and about 98% of those will settle in mediation. A lot more than the client originally expected.
Visit carlaw.com. That's carlaw.com. 2 R's in car. Car accident? Call Carr.
Be advised, this is your opportunity to save up to 40 to 80% on a hot tub or swim spa. This weekend only, today through Sunday. Washington State Fairgrounds Event Center. Be advised, this is your opportunity to save up to 40 to 80% on a hot tub or swim spa. This weekend only, today through Sunday. Washington State Fairgrounds Event Center. 18-month interest-free financing. Our factories have demanded we sell 1,000 hot tubs and swim spas this weekend. Washington State Fairgrounds Event Center. Huge factory incentives, factory rebates, this weekend only. Washington State Fairgrounds Event Center. We can remove your old hot tub. Free delivery of your new hot tub. Deep discounts. Washington State Fairgrounds Event Center. Free delivery of your new hot tub. Just relax and enjoy. Washington State Fairgrounds Event Center. Today, 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. Saturday, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Sunday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Free admission. Free delivery. Washington State Fairgrounds Event Center. Call 833-SPA-SALE or visit hottubandSwimSpaSale.com.
What if you could have the most reliable Wi-Fi? And get this. What if you could keep it at the same price for 5 years? That's the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Just 5 years of fiber-powered Wi-Fi that boosts speeds to the devices that need them most. That finds and fixes problems before you even notice them. Like super intelligent Wi-Fi with a sixth sense. And that keeps you gaming in the fast lane, even when the whole family is banking on bandwidth. And here's the best part. No annual contracts, no hidden fees, and our best equipment included. Plus, get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. Hey, let's face it, a lot can change in 5 years. Kids grow taller, dreams grow bigger, but your Wi-Fi, it would stay reliable and the price would stay put. The Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Xfinity, imagine that. Select plans only. Restrictions apply. Powered by fiber. Connected to the premises by coaxial cable. Actual speeds vary.
Jazz Alley invites you to 4 nights of smooth jazz fusion with Spyro Gyra. Shows run May 7th through May 10th. Tickets at jazzalley.com. Next up, Vincent and Gala, May 12th and 13th.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. No, we're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless probably has you paying for more data than you might need. You could be throwing away thousands over a lifetime.
Our entry-level data plans start at just $20 a month. And for a limited time, switch and get your second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com or a store near you and get your second month free today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional details.
The Camping World Ultimate RV Show is coming to Angel of the Winds RV Resort in Seattle. Parking and admission are free. Join us May 14th to the 17th to shop special show pricing on over 200 fully staged new and used RVs. Get an exclusive first look at new models. Check out the latest gear and accessories. Bring the family to enjoy our Kids Zone and enter to win a new RV. Don't miss the Ultimate RV Show in Seattle, May 14th to the 17th. We'll see you there.
KIRO Newsradio 97.3 FM, Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO Newsradio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning. I'm Katrina Gashard. The U.S. and Iran exchanged fire near the Strait of Hormuz. CBS's Olivia Rinaldi has the latest on the ceasefire flare-ups.
The Pentagon says U.S. forces disabled 2 ships that tried to violate the U.S. blockade of Iranian ports Friday. The development comes a day after U.S. officials say Iran fired on 3 U.S. Navy destroyers in the Strait of Hormuz. The military said it responded with strikes on Iranian targets. Iran claims the U.S. fired first.
In Washington, major plans to extend Sound Transit service through Seattle now appear to be hanging in the balance. KIRO News Radio's Luke Ducey reports Sound Transit acknowledges they don't have the money to pay for every project.
Ballard residents in Seattle let Sound Transit's executive committee have it after a project to link their neighborhood to Seattle Center landed on a list of projects, quote, not currently affordable.
We plead you to work with your constituents, urban planners, corporate partners, honestly, whoever it takes to fund and build all of ST3.
Projects for stations along Graham Street and the Boeing Access Road in Seattle are also on that list. The committee is discussing a resolution saying they are committed to doing all the work they've promised. They just don't know yet how they're going to pay for it. Luke Ducey, KIRO News Radio.
Alaska Airlines says it's preparing to take on as much as $1 billion in new debt. The Seattle Times reports the airline is facing higher than expected fuel costs this year, putting pressure on its balance sheet as it works to recover from recent operational challenges. Alaska says the additional borrowing would help maintain cash flow and keep its fleet and schedules on track. State agriculture officials want Vancouver area residents to keep an eye out for a yellow-legged hornet. The highly invasive species was discovered on a vessel at the Port of Vancouver back on April 30th. Inspectors spotted the insect and then snapped a photo and had it destroyed. No other hornets were found, but traps are now in place. And after 13 years, a popular Seattle festival is officially coming to an end. Organizers of Freak Out Festival say rising costs, shifting attendance, and growing barriers for touring artists, especially international acts, made the current model unsustainable. The group became a nonprofit back in 2023 and says it plans to keep supporting the local music art scene. And now to your KIRO News Radio real-time traffic. Puyallup to Renton's about 40 minutes right now. Federal Way to Seattle, 45 minutes. Traffic is slowly improving from Everett into Seattle to 50 minutes right now, and less than a half an hour from Renton to Bellevue, and it's about 18 minutes from Tacoma to Federal Way. This traffic report is brought to you by Seattle Sports. Download the Seattle Sports app to stay in the know with the latest news, scores, opinions about your favorite teams. For your weather, more clouds today, and it'll be high around 60s, tapping out right now. It's about 54 in downtown Seattle. I'm Katrina Gashard, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
Welcome back to the Gee and Ursula Show. So it sounds like a lot of folks are saying we still want the train to come to our neighborhood, but there is that $34 billion shortfall. So what is the Sound Transit Board going to do? Luke Ducey, it sounds like a lot of promises they say are going to be kept.
Well, that's what they're saying. Yeah, but I mean, $35 billion in the whole. Well, okay. Here's what we're talking about. Here's what happened yesterday.
Okay, yeah, I want to hear.
Big, huge meeting. It was an executive committee meeting for Sound Transit. A lot of people there. A lot of people tuning in, myself included, and it was long. And I'm sure G wants to get to that. It was about 2.5 hours or so. So Sound Transit leaders discussed a resolution yesterday. They didn't end up signing it, but the resolution reiterates their commitment to doing all the work that they've promised under the voter-approved ST3 expansion plan. 55 people spoke during the public comment period, and it wasn't enough time to get everyone So that's why they didn't vote on this, because they want to hear from more people. But they came from all over Puget Sound, Tacoma, Seattle, Bellevue, Everett. A lot of them angry, upset, worried that Sound Transit, published a list of projects and put them into 3 buckets recently. One was fully funded projects, one was not currently affordable, and the other included 10 smaller projects that were deferred. Now, the one big project on the not currently affordable list is linking Seattle's Ballard neighborhood to Seattle Center. Here was the response from just one person during that public comment hearing. They were pretty fired up from Ballard.
We plead you to work with your constituents, urban planners, corporate partners, honestly, whoever it takes, to fund and build all of ST3.
Sound Transit faces a $35 billion budget shortfall, though, over the next 2 decades. There are 2 other stations in Seattle, by the way, in that bucket of not quite affordable, Graham Street in South Seattle and the Boeing Access Road. But Sound Transit CEO Dow Constantine said, there are no plans to cancel any proposed projects.
Central Puget Sound region is hungry for a world-class transit system, and we will continue to deliver on that vision.
But a lot of people are like, you got to come up with the money somehow. You better get the money, they said at meetings, literally, I'm paraphrasing, get the money somehow. Don't care how you do it, but you got to pay for it.
Okay, so which projects? Okay, Gee, I want Gee to ask the first question, because I see you shaking your head over there. The math's not mathing.
Ursula, I just want to know, and I need to ask you, Luke, you seem like you were frustrated. You seem like you were frustrated, and so I know you can't really report on this as a news reporter, but I just want to understand why you were so frustrated. And I know it wasn't just because of the length of time you were there, because you do that all the time. Did you get to an answer? Did you guys hear a vote? What are you frustrated about?
No vote. No. So here's the frustration, and I'll dive into it a little bit. I'll remain a journalist, but. So, you're waiting around we got a lot of stuff we got to do during the day. I'm going to give you an inside peek into our world. And I'm doing that, but at the same time, listening to the meeting and gathering sound, and I'm doing other stories and this and that all at the same time, juggling all those balls in the air. And, after 2.5, 3 hours, it just seems like a simple resolution that really doesn't do much.
Yeah.
It does, and I'll get into it in a second, but it kind of doesn't in a way. So just sign the thing and be done with it so we can get to other work. And after 3 hours, they said, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to push this thing forward to next week because we want to hear from more people. Now, that's great. I think that's...
Because they didn't hear from so many people.
Yeah, they want to do their due
Basically, everyone
diligence.
wants their stop. Everyone who was promised something wants their stop. In particular, Everett and Tacoma.
Yeah, and they were all there representing their own neighborhoods with signs and everything. So I was frustrated, and I yelled out in the newsroom yesterday, come on, just vote on the darn thing already, because I wanted sound bites and I wanted to do the story. I think that's what Gee's kind of referring to. But also, I say that it was a resolution that doesn't say anything, but what it is pretty significant. So this resolution, if they had signed this, it says to the world, we are committed to making good on our promise to fund all of these projects. So it just reiterates it's like a confidence building in Sound Transit and the executive board, executive committee, et cetera. That's why you would sign a resolution like that. That doesn't mean that projects won't be canceled, perhaps, but they're just committed to moving down the tracks, so to speak,
aren't
that
there
they are
ones,
going to
though,
be fully funded.
So, Luke, aren't there ones, though, that they say, these are just not doable with this budget? These are not affordable.
Not affordable, but that doesn't mean, this is what they're saying. They're still saying we're not going to do those. They're just saying right now it's not affordable.
In other words, we're going to figure out how to jack up more taxes for us to pay for these projects that were already promised with the money that they have, but now are in a hole.
It's a big question. So that's why the resolution was kind of about nothing, but it kind of was significant.
Ursula, you've been around this news stuff for nearly 38 years. Luke, you have been covering this stuff for a long time, a number of years. You've been on the PR side. I'm the new guy, so I just have questions. I'm just curious. So a $35 billion shortfall that's happening. We got $44 million in the red with King County and all that stuff. Had $8 million missing. This government stuff and money not being managed. Is this a new thing right now? Or has this always been this way? It almost feels like it's a broken system. You guys can answer that.
I can't speak to it, but I will just say this. I'm a West Seattle resident, and when people say, oh, we're going to have light rail to West Seattle, you know what we do? We just kind of laugh like that and move on. I don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah,
it'd be cool.
Ballard's insisting. But
so
to answer to your question,
you guys are just now reporting on these stories.
No.
This government mismanagement and stuff like that. This wasn't. This is just new.
This has been since the beginning of time.
Oh,
this is just classic, especially for Sound Transit. What they end up doing is changing the timeline that they originally gave and the budget that they originally give so that it doesn't look like it's overspending or it doesn't look like it's delayed. Okay, so there's a history of that.
Right.
But when it comes to government mismanagement of taxpayer funds, no, that's unfortunately somehow built in.
When you say, no, Ursula, keep going. When you say built in, and like just built in, when you say built in, and so it's been happening since the beginning of time, how come
some worse than others?
Right. So how come there wasn't a call to action to want to stop this? Like you would think, like, when does it stop?
There has been.
There has been?
Oh yeah, there has been. But then again, there's workarounds. I mean, you want to go back to $30 car tabs? I mean, there's all sorts of workarounds.
Do people get arrested for this stuff? Hey, look, hey guys, I'm just asking questions because.
Well, if you,
I got a question for you. I got a question for you too along those lines. So, with everyone's lives are a little more expensive now. I went out and bought teriyaki the other day for 3 people in my family, and it was $80.
See, teriyaki is my benchmark.
I love it.
I know.
It was $80.
If I can't get it for under $20, it's like,
Three things of chicken teriyaki for $80.
Yeah.
Gas, expenses, and stuff. So is it? Do you think people are just kind of waking up now because of the realisms that they're facing, and they're saying things like, "Gosh, government bureaucracy, I'm getting kind of tired of this," or has it always been that way? Or do you think more and more people are kind of saying are getting closer to the point of frustration and just saying, "Forget this whole thing"? I don't know.
I think all of the above. I think it's why it is critical to have journalists who are uncovering this. Yeah. Seattle Times uncovered audits, and actually reporting on it, and then talk show hosts talk about it. I mean,
Ursula, we've been talking about trains, and I started to think about train tracks. And Ursula, coming up in Chicago, there's things that happen on one side of the tracks, and then there's things that happen on another side of the tracks. And I'll tell you what I'm feeling like. I'm feeling like I'm seeing how the game works on one side of the tracks. And it almost feels like that the folks that was on one side of the tracks that kept telling people about this broken system and how, but they were being told, you just have to earn it. It's a very fair system. And the same people that told us that it was a fair system are telling me today that, oh my goodness, G, this system has always been messed up. So it almost seems like it was okay when the system was broken because it benefited so many people. But now that system benefits less people now, and people are upset about it. Is that possible?
I think I think you make great points. I also think people have been upset about overspending since the beginning of time. Again, It's like government. That's why there are people who want less government, because you don't trust them with your money.
Should we tell those people to pull themselves up by their bootstraps? I'm just trying to learn this game, man.
Apparently, I buy teriyaki that has gold leaf in it. So.
I know, right? I know. I'm like,
thanks, Luke.
And it's not that the portions are any bigger.
No,
thank you.
Still good.
Luke, thank you for coming in and helping me understand the ways, man. Thank you. Coming up next, Flex Fridays, Gee Ursula.
Progressive's accident response can detect and send help when you need it most after a major car accident. But other accidents, you're on your own. Like when you accidentally call your wife Mom. When you accidentally say Happy Holidays on someone's birthday. When you accidentally wave at someone you thought was waving at you. We can't help with those accidents, but Progressive's accident response provides peace of mind after major car accidents. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Limited availability in California. Driver is responsible for emergency and towing charges not covered by the policy.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
It started as a puddle.
Where?
In the shower.
Uh-oh.
Then the kitchen sink.
Started backing up?
Yeah.
I know where this is going.
Clogged up.
Right. No problem.
Beg your pardon?
There's no clog we can't clear.
You're Dan.
From Apollo Plumbing.
This is going to get pricey.
How about $83?
To clear my drain?
Apollo Plumbing clears main drains every day.
For $83?
$83 or it's free.
What's the catch?
No catch. We'll even do a camera inspection.
Why's that?
It's the best way to find the cause of your clog.
And it's included?
No extra charge. Truth is, we hate clogs.
I don't love them.
Seen them all.
Ew.
I promise, there's no clog Apollo can't clear.
Guaranteed.
83 or free.
Goodbye, slow drains.
All it takes is an accessible clean out.
And Apollo gets my drains draining again.
You call, we come, it's fixed.
My heroes.
Just doing our job.
Thank you, Apollo Plumbing.
ApolloPlumbing.com.
If you're over 62 and feel squeezed by rising monthly bills, listen carefully. I'm Steve Teitler, owner of Best Mortgage. Every week I talk with seniors who love their home, want to stay in it, but feel more financial pressure every month. Property taxes are adding up. Insurance is up. Everyday bills are up, and for some, they still have a mortgage payment on top of all of that. Are you worried about outliving your savings? A reverse mortgage could help by eliminating your mortgage payment, paying off debt, and giving you breathing room every month. Now, let me be clear, it's not right for everyone. But for the right person, it can be a powerful tool. When you call Best Mortgage for a free consultation, you'll talk directly with me. I'll explain your options and tell you honestly if it makes sense for your situation. If you're 62 or older and want straight answers about staying in your home with less financial stress, call me today, 425-649-6000. Best Mortgage. Honest advice you can trust. 425-649-6000.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. No, we're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless probably has you paying for more data than you might need. You could be throwing away thousands over a lifetime.
Our entry-level data plans start at just $20 a month. And for a limited time, switch and get your second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com or a store near you and get your second month free today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional details.
We just want to have enough money for retirement.
And travel to visit our grandchildren.
I understand. That's why at Fisher Investments, we start by getting to know each other, so I can learn about your family, lifestyle, goals and needs, allowing us to tailor your portfolio.
What about commission-based products?
We don't sell those. We're a fiduciary, obligated to act in your best interest.
So how do your management fees work?
We have a simple management fee based on the value of your portfolio, so we do better when you do better.
We appreciate that kind of transparency.
We also check in with you regularly to keep you up to date on the markets and your portfolio.
Well, what other services do you offer?
As a client, you have access to resources on investing, financial planning, estate planning, Social Security, Medicare, and more.
Wow, sounds like Fisher Investments has everything we need.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at fisherinvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
It is the Gee and Ursula Show. Hey, coming up at 10 o'clock, listen, this is where you got to for sure go get some more coffee. Let me tell you what we're talking about. Number one, we got to talk about they cracking down on massage spots over on the east side. Ooh-wee. Got to talk about that. Down in Puyallup. Y'all, there's a little controversy going on over about a flag. Okay, so all my good brothers and sisters down in Puyallup, Ursula and I are going to talk about that flag situation. We talk about that. And down the Federal Way, we go down there, and they're talking about pedestrians.
Well, one council member said something really controversial, which he's now apologizing for, but some folks want him to step down from his position because of what he said.
I don't want him to step down.
And it had to do with pedestrians.
Because guess what? I'm with him.
Okay, no, you're not totally with him.
Not totally.
Okay, no.
Not totally.
No.
He just
no. I'm going to save you.
How about this?
No.
His delivery was awful.
Yeah. You understand his sentiment?
I understand. Yes.
But
yes.
the way he
said it was bad.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Reminds me of Jamie Peterson, Senator Jamie Peterson. Him, right? Like, I didn't like his delivery. I understand what he's doing, but his delivery.
Yes.
All right, Ursula. What's going on? It's Flex Fridays. Text in right now what you've been going up to. As you guys remember, if you're just joining the show, at the end of last year, Ursula said, hey, I talked to the doctor. The doctor said I need to start working out. And we said, oh, okay, how about this? Next year, let's all make an effort to work out and increase our workouts more.
Yes.
So then at 9:47, every Friday, we would kind of check in. We've been doing that. So if you're just joining, feel free to text in what you've been doing. Talk to us, Ursula.
Well, and we can't stop it because at least one of my 2 or 3 workouts is because we do this check-in on Friday.
Awesome.
And it's holding me accountable because I don't want to say that I didn't do anything. But I really thought by now I would have got myself with a trainer and started going to that I should be going to the gym, a gym that we've been subsidizing other people's memberships. Well, I'll say I have been because Mark, my husband, I have every reason to go because he goes almost every day.
Yeah.
And I am not in a habit of going every day. I'm lucky if I go once every 2 weeks, but I'm working out at home.
Okay.
So I do have a gym at home. I mean, where I've got weights. I now have added a step. I've got a bike. Okay. And so one person said, hey, girl, you need to start sweating. Last night I did sweat.
Okay.
I did do I was like, hey, this felt really good.
Right.
My heart held up, all of it. But I need to do that on a regular basis. You do it every single day.
Right.
So I'm in a rut, and I'm not going to do any other excuse other than I need to do better. I mean, I need to hold myself more accountable. My explanation would be my sleeping is horrible. And so now I'm looking into other things that would help with my sleep.
Okay. First, here's my first question. We started this check-in for Flex Fridays at the start of this year.
Yeah.
We're now in May. Here's my question to you. Are you working out more now than you did at the end of 2025?
Absolutely. And I have lost 5 pounds.
Okay. So first,
That's the good news.
Okay, we need to acknowledge that. The first thing that happened, but even before the loss of pounds, you are working out more now than you did.
Yes.
That's the first step.
Yes.
Now.
But I could do more, and that's the part that's bugging me.
But it will happen. It's going to eventually happen because we're still doing this. Not everybody starts out walking right away. Literally, when we were born, we don't know how to walk. There needs to be some crawling first, some standing up, 1 step, 2 steps, and then finally you start to walk. That's one. I want to just share this with you, and I want to tell you how sometimes in the past I've gotten in ruts. What's been easy for me is I have an addictive personality. It's weird. Like if I lock in on something, I lock in on it. So working out, the eating, I get locked in. Where I got into the rut is I would do all these things and then get on the scale. And after 2 weeks would be like, I only lost a half a pound. So what would end up happening is my frustration would get to me. But then I have to understand that it didn't take me 2 weeks to get here.
Oh, gosh.
It took me years to get here.
Yes.
So why do I expect 2 weeks to fix a lot of things? And I'm just saying that rut sometimes is what we get in. But Ursula, you already tackled the most. And people listening right now, you know. You're working out 2-3 times a week?
Yeah. If I'm lucky, 2 for sure.
I promise you it would happen. Now, here's your next step. And here's a challenge for you.
Okay.
I challenge you for the rest of the month of May to get outside of your house and go to the gym more than you did all year. I would challenge you to get to the gym at least once a week.
Thank you. Okay.
That's a challenge.
I love a challenge.
So every time you check in for Flex Fridays, you had to at least gone to the gym once.
Son in Bothwell says, I'm going to feed your own words back to you. Celebrate your wins. I love you.
Hey!
I love you.
All right.
Thank you.
Big roadblocks sometimes, too. Don't let the scale dictate how you feel and your motivation.
That's so
It's how you look and how you feel. You know, you got to keep going. Don't worry about that number.
Yeah, I agree, Nick. Good stuff. Okay. Hey, we're going to be talking about Puyallup. We're going to be talking about Federal Way. And we're going to be talking about the East Side. We'll talk about all three of that next. Gee Ursula.
Gas prices keep climbing, but the cost to drive doesn't have to. At Subaru of Puyallup, fuel-efficient models help you go farther on every tank with the confidence of all-wheel drive. From the all-electric Solterra to the Forester Hybrid with up to 35 miles per gallon, your stress-free shopping experience starts at Subaru of Puyallup. For stress-free pricing, a huge selection, and all the current pricing and financing specials, visit SubaruofPuyallup.com, your stress-free dealership, part of the Harnish Auto family.
Do you get sinus infections, congestion, sinus pressure and pain, sinus headaches? You've gone to the doctor. You visit urgent care over and over again. And it's always the same thing, right? Oh, I know. Let's try antibiotics and some nasal sprays. But they just keep coming back. You may suffer with chronic sinus infections. The good news? Relief is possible. How? A minimally invasive procedure called the Sinusoft procedure, available only at the Modern Nose Clinic. Imagine a procedure so delicate there are no narcotics. Less cutting means less bleeding, so no packing, and no operating room. The Sinusoft procedure is designed for the clinic. If you suffer with chronic sinus infections, facial pain, pressure, and congestion, find out if the Sinusoft procedure, available only at the Modern Nose Clinic, is the solution for you. Call and set an appointment today. 206-388-2770. 206-388-2770. That's 206-388-2770.
Be advised, this is your opportunity to save up to 40 to 80% on a hot tub or swim spa this weekend only, today through Sunday. Washington State Fairgrounds Event Center. Be advised, this is your opportunity to save up to 40 to 80% on a hot tub or swim spa this weekend only, today through Sunday. Washington State Fairgrounds Event Center. 18-month interest-free financing. Our factories have demanded we sell 1,000 hot tubs and swim spas this weekend. Washington State Fairgrounds Event Center. Huge factory incentives, factory rebates this weekend only. Washington State Fairgrounds Event Center. We can remove your old hot tub. Free delivery of your new hot tub. Deep discounts. Washington State Fairgrounds Event Center. Free delivery of your new hot tub. Just relax and enjoy. Washington State Fairgrounds Event Center. Today, 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. Saturday, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Sunday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Free admission. Free delivery. Washington State Fairgrounds Event Center. Call 833-SPA-SALE or visit hottubandSwimSpaSale.com.
Man, I love this place. I've been surfing here since I was a kid. Now, seeing my grandson out on the water, it means everything to me. Watching him and taking in the blue waves, the sea breeze, the blurry horizon,
If you have geographic atrophy, or GA, subtle changes in vision could mean it's progressing toward irreversible vision loss. Izervay is proven to slow GA progression and could help preserve your vision for longer, so you may keep seeing the world around you. Izervay, or avacincaptad pegol, is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may cause blood in the white of the eye, blurred vision, or a temporary increase in eye pressure. Do not drive or use machinery until vision has recovered after an eye injection or exam. Ask your retina specialist how you can slow your GA with Izervay. To learn more, call 1-855-IZERVAY or go to izervay.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
Jazz Alley invites you to 4 nights of smooth jazz fusion with Spyro Gyra. Shows run May 7th through May 10th. Tickets at jazzalley.com. Next up, Vincent and Gala, May 12th and 13th.
KIRO FM and HD1, Tacoma, Seattle. This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Cammie McCormick. Despite the war with Iran and high energy prices, there was some good economic news out today, although some analysts have mixed feelings about it. CBS News correspondent Michael Wallace reports.
Employers added 115,000 jobs last month. It's kind of it's an okay report. But Josh Bailey, principal economist at the Economist Intelligence Unit, says the unemployment rate didn't hold steady at 4.3% because more people found jobs.
What really happened was that people kind of stopped looking for work.
Bailey does not think the April numbers will have much impact on the next interest rate decision. He says the Fed is much more focused on inflation.
The state of the labor market is sort of taking a back seat.
Michael Wallace, CBS News.
The Virginia Supreme Court has struck down the voter-approved redistricting plan, as Aaron Navarro reports.
This is a big blow for the Democratic Party heading into the peak of the midterm election season. The Virginia Supreme Court saying that there were procedural errors in getting this ballot referendum, which ended up passing by about 3 to 4 points, saying that it was unconstitutional. And because of that, the referendum vote is nullified.
The Trump administration's waiting for word on whether Iran will accept the latest proposal. Secretary of State Marco Rubio in Italy today.
We're expecting a response from them. We'll see what the response entails. The hope is it's something that it can put us into a serious process of negotiation.
The State Department's planning flights to evacuate Americans aboard a cruise ship that's been hit by the hantavirus. CBS's Linda Kenyon has more.
A statement from the State Department says the Trump administration has no higher priority than the safety and security of Americans, adding it is closely tracking the outbreak and maintaining close contact with the ship and health authorities. The ship is expected to arrive in port in Spain within days, and the State Department says it will assist in the safe return of the Americans.
The Pentagon began releasing new files of UFOs today, saying members of the public can draw their own conclusions. And it says more files are coming. The Pentagon's been working to declassify the documents for years. A report in 2024 revealed hundreds of incidents, although no evidence the government ever confirmed a sighting of alien technology. Harvard University astrophysicist Avi Loeb says he has a lot of questions.
We need to figure out whether these are natural phenomena, whether these are adversarial nations, or perhaps some very advanced technologies that we are not aware of, that are not human-made.
There are files dating back to the 1940s, mentioning things like saucers and flying discs. On Wall Street at this hour, stocks are mixed. The Dow Jones Industrial's off 30 points. The Nasdaq is higher by 379 points. This is CBS News.
The stars shine brighter on CBS Mornings.
This is a slam dunk.
So cute.
Gail came in singing for me today.
On CBS Mornings.
A major Microsoft buyout is in the works, but first, let's get a check on the roads. Drivers along I-5 north from Federal Way to Seattle are making some progress. It'll take you about 36 minutes. On I-5 south, there are slowdowns causing about a 9-minute delay. It'll take you 40 minutes to get from Linwood to Seattle. On 405 north, not too many brake lights from Renton to Bellevue. That drive is about 25 minutes. This traffic report is brought to you by the KIRO Newsradio App. Text app to 888-973-5476 to download the KIRO Newsradio App. Listen to your favorite shows and get the latest news and updates sent straight to your phone.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning. I'm Katrina Gashard. Nearly 9,000 Microsoft employees have 1 month to decide whether to remain with the company or accept an early retirement offer. KIRO News Radio's Luke Ducey has more on the payout.
A big one-time check between $100,000 and $150,000 depending on tenure and level in the company. Full medical, dental, and vision for an entire year, then COBRA after that, and all vested and unvested stock. Employees qualify if their age and time at the company adds up to 70 years, according to the Seattle Times. So, why is Microsoft doing it? Many analysts say in order to balance their $100 billion investment in AI and keep Wall Street analysts happy. Luke Ducey, KIRO News Radio.
Microsoft says the retirement payouts will cost around $900 million this quarter. Seattle is moving ahead with the new tiny house village. The plan is part of Mayor Katie Wilson's push to expand shelter space. Her office says the city secured a site in the South Park neighborhood for 90 units offering wraparound services, including healthcare and case management. City officials say streamlined permitting could allow the village to open within just a few months. A community meeting is planned for nearby residents. Over in Snohomish County, they could soon make it a crime to expose children to fentanyl. Councilmember Nate Nuring introduced a 4-bill package this week that includes the fentanyl measure modeled after a law Everett passed unanimously. Nuring tells Jason Rancho on Seattle Red 770 AM this.
Exposure of children to meth is already criminalized at the state. There was a bill to make this applicable to fentanyl this last session. For whatever reason, it didn't go through. I don't know the politics behind that.
Nuring's proposals also include defunding taxpayer-supplied drug kits, boosting behavioral health spending, and ending Housing First mandates. Critics argue the measure could reduce access to harm reduction services. And a controversial decision in Puyallup. The city council will spend $150,000 on a 100-foot flagpole flying a 20 by 30 American flag.
The pole will be installed along North Meridian. Supporters want it up by the 4th of July as part of the nation's 250th anniversary. Councilmember Dennis King sponsored the motion.
It's about honoring 250 years of American sacrifice.
Tammy Barusco was among those speaking against the idea, saying the money should instead be donated to the Puyallup Food Bank.
Spending this type of taxpayer money on a project like this is nothing more than performative patriotism.
In the end, the vote was 4-3. Frank Lindsay, KIRO News Radio.
For your KIRO News Radio weather, low clouds this morning and a chance for a few sprinkles. Briefly seeing some sunshine tomorrow before more high clouds. This Mother's Day will be mostly cloudy and dry. Right now, it's about 58 in downtown Seattle. I'm Katrina Gashard, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with the KIRO News Radio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
This is the Gee and Ursula Show with G. Scott and Ursula Reutin.
Oh, it's Fresh Fridays here on the Gee and Ursula Show. Oh, my goodness. Where that sun at? The sun was supposed to be peaking, and it ain't speaking. I don't see
It's coming
nothing.
back early next week, right? And we're going to have a pleasant weekend.
Pleasant?
Yes.
Okay.
It's still nice. It's
Yeah.
still really nice.
But don't worry.
But it's going to be really sunny early next week.
Look, remember I said this. Here's what we're going to talk about at 9 o'clock.
Uh-huh.
It's going to look gray like this right now. It's going to look gray on Saturday. Watch what happens on Sunday.
Oh, it's got
watch.
Yeah, the skies are going to be clear.
Watch.
Oh, I hope so.
You just watch.
The clouds
on
will part.
Mama's Day,
Yes.
the sun is going to be shining. All right, Ursula, what's happening?
Well, first of all, we have another very packed hour, and we're going to hit some hot topics here coming up in our top stories.
Yes.
But I just want to say thank you to all of you who are weighing in, no pun intended, on our segment about Flex Fridays and how to motivate. And I'm taking on your challenge. And so many folks. I mean, we have one listener, was it Kyle, who was offering to give me his Peloton bike. I mean, no, I'm not taking anything, but what I'm taking away from this is that we are a community. We all care about each other.
Yeah.
And I love the folks who were telling me, I think it's Risa, who lost over 40 pounds. She was suggesting going on a swing set. I got a park close to my house.
I know Risa very well.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
Risa,
yeah. So
Risa and I used to be in a networking group together. Risa is an amazing person.
Well, and she's lost 40 pounds.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
That's incredible.
And she listens to our show
And I love
all
that.
the time.
I love
so
that.
Risa, if you're listening, see?
Well, she is
I'll say
listening.
hi to you, Risa.
Muckleshoot Casino Resort text line 888-973-5476 888-973 KIRO.
What's What's new at 10?
Okay, I wanted to do this story because I watched it last night on KIRO 7 TV, and hats off to the reporter, KIRO 7's Jack Bilyeu. Okay, you know that there's been this big crackdown region-wide now. First it was Bothell, then Federal Way. Now Bellevue and Kirkland are under the spotlight as police investigate 3 East Side massage parlors. East Side.
Wait a minute.
Yes, even
There's
Bellevue and Kirkland.
Criminal activity happens alleged criminal activity happens in Bellevue, Kirkland.
Alleged. Yeah. So, and these are suspected of being fronts for human trafficking and promoting prostitution. And KIRO 7's Jack Bilyeu was outside one of the businesses, Miss A Salon in Bellevue, when a guy walked up for an appointment, apparently, and was stunned when confronted.
Did you hear why they shut it down?
They shut down?
They shut it down. They did a prostitution bust. Said there was human trafficking going on.
Oh.
You come here a lot?
No.
No? First time? What were you hoping to get done?
Okay. What are you hoping to get done? He didn't even mince words. Like, first time? Okay. But then there was another customer. I don't remember if it was the same place or the other place, but another customer was claiming that he was going into business just to check out some beauty products and services.
What'd you find inside?
No, nothing, sir. Sorry.
Nothing? Nothing's in there?
Nothing, sir. Sorry, sir. I just came to check, sir. Sorry, please.
Just to check?
Because the thing is, they also do this this beauty and other things so.
Yeah.
I'm this is I'm not
Sure.
Thanks, sir. Sorry.
What sort of beauty work were you hoping to get done?
Yes, sir. It's just normal, sir. Please.
Yeah.
Okay. In one of those cases, the guy was running off because as soon as he saw the cameras. And I mean, I'm kind of chuckling, but if these are suspected prostitution and human trafficking operations, okay, that's obviously very, very serious. And I, for one, am glad that they're cracking down on them. I know, but Gee, you got a look on your face right now that I'm trying to interpret.
I know that everybody wants to crack down on prostitution. And how's that working? You know what's interesting? What if I told you that this kind of stuff right here, this is the stuff that people focus on or find out about? What if I told you that some of the most prostitution work, sex worker work happens at the level where people that have a lot of money?
Oh, I know. No, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
this
want to say these are two different things, but in a way they are two different things because these are people who are so desperate that they want to be in this country and are being abused and allegedly being abused, being sold for dirt, living in these businesses, working all hours of the day and night for cheap tricks, allegedly.
Can I just tell you why it's not different? It's not different because some of the same folks that are being allegedly human trafficked, they get human trafficked to the people that have a lot of money too. It's not the same thing. The only thing that is different in this country, in our society, is that the people that's doing the most alleged criminal stuff have a lot of money. And so we only find out about the people that don't. We only find out about the alleged sex work in areas and where you think a billionaire is going to go and show up to a sketchy massage parlor? No, they don't have that. And by the way,
although I don't know what these salaries are of the men who were going to these places where they alleged were just looking for beauty products.
Can we look up here's a fact. Forget Gee's opinion. How about this? How about we look up Robert Kraft, the owner of the New England Patriots? And I want you to go ahead and put in, however your search, put in Robert Kraft massage parlor and go look at that story. Now, here's a story of a town where it happened at, alleged, where he has more money than the town.
Yeah.
So where do you think that story goes? So my point is this. For everybody that wants to crack down, you will never crack down on it. As a matter of fact, there's this thing called Epstein files. You know, when the Epstein files happened and when the billionaires are part of it, They like to tell you things like, oh, man, I just was having a business relationship with this guy. I had no idea. So I tell you guys what to do for me. You guys tell me when people actually care about the abuse that happens to kids, the abuse that happens to women. When that day comes, I would love to be here and be a part of it. But until then, miss me with all of the caring, because nobody cares. Because if they did, the billionaires of this world, the same way they fight for the millionaire's tax, could you imagine if they fought for human trafficking? Could you imagine if they fought for the abuse of young kids in this country?
Yeah. And I hear what you're saying. I, for one, am actually glad that police are cracking down on these businesses. I think it'll help the legitimate businesses. I think that there are a lot of women who are here potentially not legally, who are desperate to live in this country, will do anything to stay here, and they're being abused as a result of that situation in a lot of these cases. And I know that there are advocates who are saying, hey, you're unfairly targeting businesses. I think once they do the investigation, they will know which ones were actually, and some of the things that they were saying that they allegedly saw in these businesses would, and remember, King County was very, very graphic as to what they saw. Right. I'm pleased that they, I know you say no one cares. I actually do care. I actually do care that there are women who are being abused in these positions.
Okay, let me rephrase it. The right people don't care. Because
I hear you. Yep, agree.
And by the way, before you go, fantastic grab. I got a homework assignment from Mike. Mike, we need this reporter on the show.
Seriously, right?
Mike,
this guy's awesome.
Mike, you got to get him on the show, dog.
I'll reach out.
You got to get him on the show.
I know. The whole newsroom was talking like, okay, he was dogged. He was.
I like him, buddy.
He even waited until nighttime to see who was coming in.
I like him.
Yeah.
All right, Ursula, what city are you going to now?
Let's go to Federal Way.
Okay, what's up in Federal Way?
Because the Federal Way council members right now under fire after making some controversial comments about pedestrians during a traffic safety discussion earlier this week. So there was this committee meeting, and the council was discussing concerns about people crossing busy streets outside of marked crosswalks, even in areas where Federal Way recently installed flashing pedestrian beacons. So there was another council member who was questioning, well, why aren't people using the designated crossings? And that's when Councilmember Jack Walsh jumped in and said, this is a quote, "It's frustrating. If you follow Darwinian theory, it may take a few generations to solve the problem." And so that remark immediately sparked outrage from pedestrian safety advocates who say, hey, that comment shows that city leaders and others are just unfairly blaming pedestrians instead of focusing on dangerous road design. So the council member later apologized in a statement saying that the comment was intended as a joke, but he realizes that it was inappropriate and hurtful, but there are some who are still calling for him to step down, at least as chair of the city's Land Use and Transportation Committee.
Okay.
I know.
So I wanna make sure I get this right so I can keep my job. I don't like his delivery. It was awful. Okay? Now, before I give you my take, I want to ask all of you that's listening right now. Have you all noticed recently, or if you have not noticed, I want you to pay attention going forward. Have you all noticed the amount of pedestrians that have got either ran across the street and you almost hit them? Have you noticed, like lately, almost makes you want to bring back real strict rules on jaywalking? Ursula, it has been so bad down for me in Tacoma. 2 weeks ago, the only reason why I did not hit this person, it was 4-something in the morning. They were walking across the street with a cart and a gray blanket over the top of them, walking in the middle of the street. And listen to me. The only reason why I didn't hit them is because at the very last minute, the light shined down on the cart.
Oh, wow.
I could not see them. I jerked my car, got off to the side of the road, stopped, got out of the car. It was that bad. And I looked, and I'm just like, that would have ruined my life.
Yeah, and yours. I mean, to the person who was doing that.
Yes. Like, the pedestrian stuff is awful lately. So that person was wrong in their delivery.
Yeah,
but
council
man,
member.
I don't know if have you even noticed? It's ridiculous right now.
Well, it is ridiculous, and it's been ridiculous. I think I've shared the story about my dad actually hitting a pedestrian once.
I think you did.
Yeah, it was on Christmas Eve.
On Aurora.
Yes.
You did tell me that.
And that is a place that is notorious for people just running across a busy, basically, highway and getting hit. I mean, we report on, and it does. I mean, that person who was hit was seriously injured. She survived. But it also messes up the person who accidentally hits them.
Yeah, exactly. And in Federal Way, on Pack Highway, I'm there a lot. I go down there on Federal Way. That place, that location, is Federal Way High School is right there. There's a lot of people that run across that busy deal. And on Pack Highway, we're not talking, cars be moving. And It is really bad.
Now, do you think, I don't know if it's a big call for him to step down. I don't think he needs to step down. He's apologized already.
Nah, he don't need to
step down. That was a dumb comment.
It was a dumb comment.
Yeah, absolutely. And Federal Way is filled with all these multi-lane arterials and long stretches where you don't have a safe place to cross. So they do need to address some of the road design. It also, by the way, his comment came just weeks after there was a 59-year-old woman who was struck and killed while crossing South 320th.
Yeah, that was the 59-year-old woman who left behind a husband that's disabled and a child. That was a very sad situation.
Very.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Gee, it was like, to your point with Federal Way High School, they built that fence in that median that goes like the whole length of the school. Yeah. And it's just not safe to cross there. 320th and 99 is still the busiest intersection in the entire state.
Yeah. All right, Ursula.
Okay, let's talk about flags in Puyallup, because the giant American flag is about to fly over Puyallup, and not everyone is thrilled about it. The city council just approved spending $150,000 on this massive new flagpole along North Meridian ahead of America's 250th birthday, but the vote was close and the debate got heated. One council member blasting the idea as performative patriotism and arguing that the money could be better spent elsewhere.
Love of country is not measured in the height of a flagpole or the size of a flag.
But supporters say this is about honoring veterans, sacrifice, and national pride, not politics. And I think this audio is from KIRO 7 TV. And combat veteran Paul Herrera says the flag should remind people what America stands for.
It's a visible statement of this town's appreciation and love for this country, with all her faults and all her greatness.
So what do you think? Meaningful tribute, or is it expensive symbolism?
Yeah. So the people of Puyallup, I just want y'all to know, I'm with it.
With the flag?
I'm with the flag.
Yes.
Listen, look, you guys want to talk about America? I do it every day. I talk about the different faults. I talk about the problems that we have. It's like a family. Some of y'all in your house, you got family problems, but it's still your family. It's still a country. There's so much faults here, but you got to acknowledge there's also greatness. Now, if the city of Puyallup wants to take $150,000 out of a $10 million reserve fund, that ain't bankrupting nobody. As a matter of fact, $150,000. Well, what about what about this? It's $150,000 for a flag. They're not asking to put up the Confederate flag. They're not asking to put up a Nazi flag. They're asking to put up a United States flag, the United States of America. Exactly. So I'm with it. Now, the one thing I want to leave with, Ursula, I got to leave with this.
Yeah. The cost?
No. The cost is
okay.
Hey, city council, the next time you got a whole bunch of people down there, just recognize, right? Like, recognize that you got a lot of people. And so figure out, don't just because we said so, figure out a way to bring the community together with a better message. That's all I'm saying. You voted, now follow up with some type of continuation for the people that don't agree.
Yeah.
That's all.
Great advice. I like it.
But keep the flag up. 150,000?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? And that's a big flag too. That's a hey, military folks, is that considered a garrison flag? 20 by 30? Help me. I don't know. Or is it bigger? I know what we do the garrison flag when I was in military school. Hey, coming up next here on the Gee and Ursula Show. Ursula, what are we talking about here?
Okay, well, I'm going to give you a choice.
Okay.
Because this is one of those shows where we have so much to pack in that we have to eliminate. So the choice would be, and all you weigh in on our text line.
Okay.
We're either going to talk about World Cup and some big changes happening downtown, or we can also talk about filming when scenes are in Seattle.
World Cup. I've been trying to. Yeah. That
Okay,
World Cup.
gotcha.
All right, we'll do that next, Gee and Ursula.
KIRO Newsradio, the first place you turn for the news you trust.
Renton police investigating a shooting that happened just after midnight.
Engaging conversation.
It's just indefensible. The mayor's communications team should be better.
Traffic.
A full closure now, southbound 509 at Alexander Avenue.
And your Super Bowl champion Seahawks.
Touchdown, Seahawks!
Streaming everywhere on the KIRO Newsradio app. Always here, always with you. KIRO Newsradio, 97.3 FM.
Hey, it's John Curley. If you're having joint pain, this will interest you. Wednesday, May 13th, Dr. Mark Wagner, MD, is having a free live webinar to talk about stem cell therapy.
I'm really looking forward to this live webinar to educate on how using your own stem cells can be an extremely successful method to help regenerate native tissue in rotator cuffs, meniscus tears, and reduce pain in osteoarthritic joints.
Dr. Wagner, what joints have you seen good success with?
Shoulders, elbows, hips, knees, even wrists and ankles. And in this live webinar, we'll tell you all about the procedure, how simple and safe it is using your own stem cells, and how we determine if you're a candidate.
Learn about stem cell therapy with Dr. Mark Wagner, MD, one of the most experienced in the country with over 20,000 stem cell procedures. Join his free live stem cell webinar Wednesday, May 13th. Register at drmarkwagnermd.com. That's drmarkwagnermd.com.
Be advised, this is your opportunity to save up to 40 to 80% on a hot tub or swim spa this weekend only, today through Sunday. Washington State Fairgrounds Event Center. Be advised, this is your opportunity to save up to 40 to 80% on a hot tub or swim spa this weekend only, today through Sunday. Washington State Fairgrounds Event Center. 18-month interest-free financing. Our factories have demanded we sell 1,000 hot tubs and swim spas this weekend. Washington State Fairgrounds Event Center. Huge factory incentives, factory rebates this weekend only. Washington State Fairgrounds Event Center. We can remove your old hot tub. Free delivery of your new hot tub. Deep, deep discounts. Washington State Fairgrounds Event Center. Free delivery of your new hot tub. Just relax and enjoy. Washington State Fairgrounds Event Center. Today, 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. Saturday, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Sunday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Free admission. Free delivery. Washington State Fairgrounds Event Center. Call 833-SPA-SALE or visit hottubandSwimSpaSale.com.
Endless hours of research, seeking referrals, dozens of calls. Hiring the right attorney can be a challenging process during an already difficult time. J.P. Pendergast with Pendergast Law explains.
In Washington State, Tom, there are thousands of attorneys to choose from. Referrals and online research can be helpful, but discovering the right attorney requires a conversation. It can be hard to identify integrity and authenticity without that interaction.
So, what do you recommend?
We encourage anyone looking for personal injury representation to call for a free consultation with our team before making a decision simply based on referrals or online research. Accident victims need an attorney that listens, demonstrates honesty, and is genuinely understanding of their unique circumstances. The care, attention, and preparation that our firm provides throughout the case mirrors the effort involved when taking on the insurance companies.
Save time and avoid mistakes after an injury. Contact the caring and compassionate team at Pendergast Law.
If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident, call Pendergast Law. We can help.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day?
Right now, Revive Men's Health Seattle will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Drivers who switch their home and auto with Progressive could save money and time. Other things try to do this, but they really don't. Like the touchscreen at fast food places. It's not like you save time because it takes you longer to use a touchscreen than, I don't know, someone who works there. And another thing, you'd think it would save money because they're not paying a cashier, right? But no, same price. Also, why is there an option to tip? Who am I tipping? Exactly. Anyway, even if you can't save money and time with some things, you could with a Progressive Home and Auto Bundle. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Carter Subaru is Seattle's only Subaru dealer with the largest selection of Subarus in Washington. With over 800 vehicles in stock, they have exactly what you're looking for with savings you'll love. Visit Carter Subaru in Shoreline and Ballard or anytime at cartersubaru.com.
KIRO Newsradio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO Newsradio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning. I'm Katrina Gashard. A Seattle man has been detained after social media posts appear to show him throwing a rock at a monk seal in Hawaii. Video appears to show the 37-year-old man standing on a beach in Maui throwing the rock the size of a brick at the head of a monk seal that was swimming about 10 feet away.
What are you doing? Why would you throw a rock at it? Hello?
It's not clear if the rock hit the seal. Hawaiian monk seals are protected under federal and state law. Relief is washing over business owners along Seattle's Lashai waterfront. KIRO 7 TV's Lindsay Sheldon reports.
The city announced today is the last day of construction along the road and work there for now. Earlier this week, we reported on the issues that Blue Water Bistro and other stores were dealing with. They told us the project blocked access to their businesses and kept customers from being able to park. Blue Water Bistro says it's looking forward to working with the city to coordinate the next phase of redevelopment.
3 Eastside business owners are investigated by Kirkland police for human trafficking and promoting prostitution. KIRO 7 TV's Jack Bilyeu was outside Miss A Salon in Bellevue as a customer approached the business.
Did you hear why they shut it down?
They shut down?
They shut it down. They did a prostitution bust. Said there was human trafficking going on.
Oh.
You come here a lot?
No.
No? First time? What were you hoping to get done?
This week, Federal Way City Council discussed restrictions on massage parlors. Last month, Bothell Police shut down 5 massage businesses. Seattle Police announced just yesterday plans to combat human trafficking as hundreds of thousands of people prepare to visit the city for the FIFA World Cup. Alaska Airlines says it's preparing to take on as much as $1 billion in new debt. The Seattle Times reports the airline is facing higher than expected fuel costs this year, putting pressure on its balance sheet as it works to recover from recent operational challenges. Alaska says the additional borrowing would help maintain cash flow and keep its fleet and schedules on track. Now to your KIRO News Radio real-time traffic on 405 North. Not too many brake lights from Renton to Bellevue. That drive is about 20 minutes right now. Drivers along I-5 North from Federal Way to Seattle are making some more progress. It'll take you about 35 minutes. On I-5 South, there are slowdowns causing about a 10-minute delay. It'll take you 40 minutes right now to get from Linwood to Seattle. This traffic report is brought to you by the KIRO Newsradio app. Text app to 888-973-5476 to download the KIRO Newsradio app. Listen to your favorite shows and get the latest news and updates sent straight to your phone. And for your weather this afternoon, we are looking cloudy. Highs will be in the 60s. Right now, it's about 58 in downtown Seattle. I'm Katrina Gashard, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
Welcome back to the Gee and Ursula Show. And during the break, you got an email from somebody.
I did. And so, what I'm going to do is this. Have I ever put myself on scenarios? Well, that's what I'm going to do. I did get an email. And, hey, Gee and Ursula Show, we're family.
Yeah.
Right? So I want to share it with you.
Yeah.
I did get an email. So coming up at 10:47, we'll start the music, and maybe Nick will just lower the music. So I'll read it to you guys.
Yeah, well, actually, what I can do is I can bring us back to the moment on the show.
Right.
So something happened on the show with an interview.
Yes.
And then you got an email about it, which I'm going to say I was pretty impressed.
Yeah. So we'll do that at 10:47. If you're like, hey, what's this about? This is why you got to stick around.
Exactly. Okay. Hey, but right now, another thing that you pointed out to me during the break, I was suggesting, well, maybe we need to do a hantavirus update on that cruise ship that's still out there. And then you said, well, speaking of cruises, you mentioned that something came up regarding Disney cruises. So then I looked, and sure enough, something happened in San Diego, the port of San Diego, where federal agents boarded 8 cruise ships. This happened late last month as part of a child exploitation investigation. And Customs and Border Protection says 28 crew members were detained. 27 of them are accused of crimes involving child sex abuse material, including possession or distribution of child porn. And they're saying that 10 of those workers were aboard the Disney Magic cruise ship. Okay, I know of the Disney cruises. The crew members came from several countries, including the Philippines, Portugal, and Indonesia. Their visas have now been canceled, and federal officials say they have all been deported. And now, of course, my question is, they were in contact with kids. Are they looking into, is this a one-off? Is this something that has happened a lot? There would have been a lot of access to children on these Disney cruises, but authorities are not saying that yet because obviously it's just developing right now.
You know, Ursula, I got to tell you, one of my favorite things about doing this show with you, we're going on 6.5 years, is this. I get to learn a lot about the news side and things that you've done and seen in this space. And then there's things that I get to bring to you.
Yes.
Because there's things that I've seen.
Yes.
Outside in the world.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And so sometimes when I make blatant statements like our society, when I said that we don't care about children, and then you had me cleaning up. And I cleaned it up by saying we don't have enough of the right people that care about children.
No, and you're right.
Okay. So I just want to just point out something. Disney cruise ship staffers, 28 arrested in massive child porn operation. Since the beginning of time, the same institutions, corporations, businesses, groups that have been designed to protect children, we have seen some of the worst things happen. I don't want to have to bring up any type of church. Boy Scouts.
Yeah, Boy Scouts.
All kinds of stuff.
All of it, yes. Too many people are sick.
If I had to say to all of you right now, what place do you think the most amount of alcohol is drinking at? The most amount of alcohol is they drink in a bar. A bar. Why the bar? Because the bar has a lot of alcohol. You get where I'm going with this?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
where does
access
a
to
lot
kids.
of when you have access
schools,
to kids,
camps.
That's where a lot of the people, and a lot of these things, I'm glad you brought up schools.
Yeah.
Ursula, sometimes these folks get away with this stuff for years.
Yes.
And what ends up happening is because there's been this narrative in this world, in this country, there used to be a narrative where, well, they don't look like a person that would do that. They don't look like a criminal. That doesn't happen in this neighborhood. In this neighborhood, we don't lock our doors because there's so many people that think a criminal looks a certain type of way. And some of the worst criminals in our society don't look
fit a profile. Yeah. Well, or are those close to you? Those who have closest access to you, those who are in positions of trust, those are in positions of power. And it's so sad. It really is so sad. So I'm sorry that I had to bring that story to you. Hey, I want to talk about the World Cup.
Okay.
The World Cup that you are going to be emceeing, all these matches coming up. In case you missed it, Gee got that gig, which is amazing. But we're getting a preview now of what it's going to feel like. So if you are planning to drive anywhere near Lumen Field on those match days, I'm going to say good luck or yikes. Because the city says Pioneer Square is going to become a giant pedestrian-only zone during the World Cup matches. Streets are going to be shut down 4 hours before kickoff, and parking restrictions are going to start at 2 in the morning. So don't even think about it. Really. So the whole idea is to turn the neighborhood into this big, huge, walkable fan zone with tens of thousands of people pouring into the stadium. And Seattle leaders are hoping that the vast majority of fans will take transit instead of driving. So they're really pushing Link Light Rail. They're pushing into buses and the sounder trains and that kind of thing. You're going to be in the thick of it. I'm so excited about the coverage that we're going to have. I'm kind of envisioning what you did. I know you're going to be very busy with doing that.
Yeah, but you know,
we need to have some Gee energy on those days. Remember during the Super Bowl parade? That was one of the most fun days.
Are you guys excited about the World Cup, or are you getting more excited to close the Ursula, what you got?
I can't be fake.
You know?
I don't care. But what I do care about is making sure that people have the information they need to enjoy it.
Well, you do
I
that.
want this to be a safe, wonderful place. I hope Seattle and the surrounding region can show the best of what we have, because the best of what we have is pretty dang amazing. So for that, I'm not looking forward to the traffic, the parking, but I'm hoping that businesses, even though maybe it's not as much right now as had been anticipated, I hope that they get a big boost from it. But for me personally, you know, you've got a reason to be excited.
I'm excited. Nick, are you excited?
I've never really been an outdoor soccer fan, so I'm not really invested into it, but I feel like when the time comes, it'll be pretty cool to see all those people at the stadium.
How about you, Mike?
Seattle is a world-class city, and I'm excited to see us showcased on the world stage. So I'm excited from that aspect, but for the games, the sport itself, I'm aggressively indifferent about soccer in all of its shapes and forms and flavors.
Okay, family. So during the break, Ursula and I saw it. I got an email. And what's going to happen is Ursula, during scenarios coming up next, Ursula's going to set it all up like she always does. She's going to set it up with the sound from an interview. And then we'll give you the words from an email. We're going to do all that next. Stick around, Gee and Ursula.
Are you an HVAC professional in Western Washington? UA Local 32 offers industry-leading pay, advanced training at a state-of-the-art facility, and retirement benefits you can count on. For 135 years, they've had your back. Start building your future at ualocal32.com.
Right now, get a free furnace with the purchase of a premium heat pump and air cleaning package at CM Heating. Start today with an always free estimate. There's no beating CM Heating for heating, cooling, plumbing, or electrical. Go to cmheating.com.
They call this one Bill.
Whoa, aliens? Am I in a spaceship?
Affirmative, Bill.
What's with the laser saw?
Relax. We are cutting our bill in half.
What?
An Xfinity mobile transmission says you can cut your bill in half.
Oh, your mobile bill, not me, Bill.
Ah. Xfinity Mobile also says we can try it free for a year. Free.
Yes, with no commitment. Can we put the saw away?
I am reluctant. But we will find another being to bisect.
That's not sci-fi, it's Xfinity Mobile. Xfinity Internet members cut your mobile bill in half. Plus, try Xfinity Mobile free for a year. No commitment. Learn more at xfinitymobile.com. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Xfinity Internet required. Savings compares one line of Xfinity Mobile Select to comparable plans from T-Mobile, Verizon, and AT&T as of 3/24/26. Taxes, fees, extra. $30 monthly discount limited to new mobile customers only. After 12 months, regular rates apply.
I just can't dig it.
Dig what?
My water line.
Needs replacing?
And I don't want digging in my yard.
And maybe your driveway.
Can't dig it.
Don't dig it.
But how do you?
Apollo Plumbing replaces water lines without digging up your yard.
You're Dan.
From the Ready Right Now plumbers.
Apollo Plumbing.
Our trenchless technology replaces water and sewer lines.
Without digging up my yard?
2 little holes is all it takes.
Sounds better.
Faster, too.
And my yard?
Like we were never there.
Sounds spendy.
Not so much.
Oh?
In the end, about the same as that messy digging you don't want.
How do you figure?
Think about that landscaping you love.
Yeah?
Trenchless means you won't be paying to replace it.
Or my driveway.
We run everything underground.
Trenchless?
Do them all the time.
How about...
Easy payments?
Yeah.
With approved credit. Sure thing.
When can you get started?
We are the Ready Right Now plumbers.
Love that.
Apollo Plumbing, trenchless water line replacement.
Sewer lines, too.
Can you dig that?
That I can.
ApolloPlumbing.com.
Spike O'Neill here for Ageless Living. Recently, my aunt had surgery, and she was home the next day. But we weren't sure if we were ready or equipped to give the kind of care that she needed, so we called Ageless Living and asked about respite care. A short-term stay that provides 24/7 expert care, Ageless Living amenities, and peace of mind for you and your family. Go to agelessliving.com/spike and schedule a visit. It can be a much-needed break for a caregiver and a chance for you and your family to get a look and a taste of what Ageless Living offers. That's agelessliving.com/spike.
Do you get sinus infections, congestion, sinus pressure and pain, sinus headaches? You've gone to the doctor. You visit urgent care over and over again. And it's always the same thing, right? Oh, I know. Let's try antibiotics and some nasal sprays. But they just keep coming back. You may suffer with chronic sinus infections. The good news? Relief is possible. How? A minimally invasive procedure called the Sinusoft procedure, available only at the Modern Nose Clinic. Imagine a procedure so delicate there are no narcotics. Less cutting means less bleeding, so no packing, and no operating room. The Sinusoft procedure is designed for the clinic. If you suffer with chronic sinus infections, facial pain, pressure, and congestion, find out if the Sinusoft procedure, available only at the Modern Nose Clinic, is the solution for you. Call and set an appointment today. 206-388-2770. 206-388-2770. That's 206-388-2770.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it today at cars4kids.org. Your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call 1-877-CARS4KIDS to donate your car today. That's cars with a K.
Hey, it's John Curley. If you're having joint pain, this will interest you. Wednesday, May 13th, Dr. Mark Wagner, MD, is having a free live webinar to talk about stem cell therapy.
I'm really looking forward to this live webinar to educate on how using your own stem cells can be an extremely successful method to help regenerate native tissue in rotator cuffs, meniscus tears, and reduce pain in osteoarthritic joints.
Dr. Wagner, what joints have you seen good success with?
Shoulders, elbows, hips, knees, even wrists and ankles. And in this live webinar, we'll tell you all about the procedure, how simple and safe it is using your own stem cells, and how we determine if you're a candidate.
Learn about stem cell therapy with Dr. Mark Wagner, MD, one of the most experienced in the country with over 20,000 stem cell procedures. Join his free live stem cell webinar Wednesday, May 13th. Register at drmarkwagnermd.com. That's drmarkwagnermd.com.
It is the Gee and Ursula Show. Let's get right to scenarios. So, during the break, the last break, I did get an email. And so, for scenarios, I want to share this with you. But my good friend Ursula wants to set up so you have context for where this comes from. Ursula?
Yeah, so remember a couple of weeks ago, in case you missed it, a couple of weeks ago, we had State Senate Majority Leader Jamie Peterson, who is essentially the architect of the millionaire's tax, that bill that passed the legislature. We had him on the show, and we were asking questions, and G had one particular question that we want to play for you right now.
Can you agree and or understand why over the last week there's a lot of people, I'm people by the way, that are now kind of skeptical of everything going on centered around the millionaire's tax?
I think honestly that is just a matter of not having full information about what is going on. I don't think that there's anything.
You're saying I don't have. Oh, wait, it's part you. So the reason why I'm skeptical, is because the reason why is because I don't have the full information, and that's what you would say to constituents that are skeptical lately.
I mean, I think it depends on the source of the skepticism, right?
That didn't sit well with you.
That didn't sit well with me at all. I was pretty upset by that, and I was upset because I was in a work situation, and sometimes I almost forget I'm at work. So during the break, I got an email. Dear G, I'm very sorry for the way that I responded to your question last week about what I would say to you and others who have concerns about the millionaire's tax. I misunderstood your question to be about concerns arising from the emails between me and lawyers at the Attorney General's office. I did not intend to make you feel bad and apologize for doing so. I would like to thank you for speaking up. It is a good learning experience for me to ask questions and try to understand the concerns of people from different perspectives. Best wishes, Jamie. Senator Jamie Peterson. Now, I want to share that with you because I got that email. And Ursula, here is my response to that email. And this is what I truly believe in my heart. First, I appreciate the email. You didn't have to do it. You could have just went on about it like it didn't happen. Second, for you to craft that email, for you to acknowledge how I felt and how, not just because when I said I'm people, I was speaking for other people that are confused about the millionaire's tax and all those things. For you to be, in my opinion, man enough or woman enough or human enough to acknowledge, hey, I messed up. I apologize. To me, that takes a lot. And I just want to say this, and this is not just, and by the way, shout out to you, Senator Jamie Peterson, but this just goes in general.
Yes.
Sometimes you miss the mark.
Yes. It's okay to acknowledge I made a mistake.
That's it.
I did not intend for that, and I understand the impact that it had on you, and I apologize.
So that's how I take that email. So Senator Jamie Peterson or his team, whoever's listening, well done. Well done in the sense of you took the time out to acknowledge a mistake, apologize for the mistake. Boom. I wish we had more of this.
Yeah.
Your thoughts, Ursula?
I mean, exactly that.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's helpful even just in relationships and personal relationships.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong. It's not weakness to admit you got it wrong.
Right.
And even if you think, I mean, what makes it worse is just digging in your heels. You know how, and like you said, he didn't need to write that, and he didn't, because you know how many times we've upset politicians? Or, I mean, that's part of our job.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't intend to do that, but it's going to happen if you're going to criticize.
Right.
But for him to do, because I think he heard in you that it actually affected you personally.
No doubt. Now, one more thing I want to add to it. So some would say, and there's a few text messages that says this, well, somebody told him to do it. Okay, hold on. I want to speak to that. Let's just say that's the case. This is why it is so important to build a great team.
Mm-hmm.
Or in your life, this is why it's so important to have good people around you to say to you, hey, G, listen, you messed up right there. I think you need to make that right. So many of us have too many yes people in our corners, right? Like, for an example, you know how easy this could be cleaned up if somebody in the mayor's office, Katie Wilson, to come back and apologize for the buy?
Yeah.
You see how that happens?
Yeah. Well, and here's another thing. Someone was saying, 253 says, well, how about his answer to your original question? Well, I hope it makes him also consider, how do you answer that question? How do you answer? There are people who are very skeptical and are very upset about this tax for a number of different reasons.
Sure.
And, validate those concerns while still making your points.
Yeah. I'm quite sure at some point, Senator Jamie Peterson will answer that question.
Yes.
Whether it's from me or from someone else.
Yep.
He's going to answer that question.
Yeah.
But for now, the apology is well accepted. Brother Nick, what's up, man?
Well, we all know that was a spicy interview and that we had with Jamie, and there was a lot of rapid fire going on with Q&A. So although maybe the responses were questionable or brought back more thoughts from people on the show, Jamie ended up still being a stand-up guy, coming back with that email, trying to get back on good terms. So for his own sake and character, I'm not going to bring him down for those few minutes and chalk it up to some instant answers on the show and getting caught up in the segment without having time maybe to thoroughly think through what he was saying. I am glad G got the email and there was an effort for some damage control, and hopefully it came from his heart and wasn't pressured from anyone else.
425 says, I think Jamie Peterson missed the mark and G apologizing for the bill he crafted instead.
Hey, man. Look.
But, yeah.
I just hope that here's someone, Ursula, who admitted that they missed the mark. They apologized for missing the mark. And I hope that elected officials learn from this. Because you might want to go to school on what Senator Jamie Peterson just did.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can miss the mark.
Because now we're not going to keep bringing it up.
Hey, Ursula, I'm going to look at you right there. Do you think that Mayor Katie Wilson wishes that she could take back the buy? You think she wishes she could take?
I don't know, because there's some people who are cheering her on. I just saw a column, someone saying, she doesn't need to apologize for that.
Oh, okay.
It's in the audio clip. Yeah. There's thunderous applause to that at that meeting.
Good point. Hey, coming up next, more of the Gee and Ursula Show. Stick around. We'll be talking about Mother's Day. Gee and Ursula.
Gas prices keep climbing, but the cost to drive doesn't have to. At Subaru of Puyallup, fuel-efficient models help you go farther on every tank with the confidence of all-wheel drive. From the all-electric Solterra to the Forester Hybrid with up to 35 miles per gallon, your stress-free shopping experience starts at Subaru of Puyallup. For stress-free pricing, a huge selection, and all the current pricing and financing specials, visit SubaruofPuyallup.com, your stress-free dealership, part of the Harnish Auto family.
Why'd I go to the doctor? Working on the farm, my heart kept skipping a beat. I didn't think much of it, but my daughters made me get checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions, like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Grainger offers the professional-grade products you need, delivered when and where you need them. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger.
If you're over 62 and feel squeezed by rising monthly bills, listen carefully. I'm Steve Teitler, owner of Best Mortgage. Every week I talk with seniors who love their home, want to stay in it, but feel more financial pressure every month. Property taxes are adding up. Insurance is up. Everyday bills are up, and for some, they still have a mortgage payment on top of all of that. Are you worried about outliving your savings? A reverse mortgage could help by eliminating your mortgage payment, paying off debt, and giving you breathing room every month. Now, let me be clear, it's not right for everyone. But for the right person, it can be a powerful tool. When you call Best Mortgage for a free consultation, you'll talk directly with me. I'll explain your options and tell you honestly if it makes sense for your situation. If you're 62 or older and want straight answers about staying in your home with less financial stress, call me today, 425-649-6000. Best Mortgage. Honest advice you can trust. 425-649-6000.
Be advised, this is your opportunity to save up to 40 to 80% on a hot tub or swim spa. This weekend only, today through Sunday. Washington State Fairgrounds Event Center. Be advised, this is your opportunity to save up to 40 to 80% on a hot tub or swim spa. This weekend only, today through Sunday. Washington State Fairgrounds Event Center. 18-month interest-free financing. Our factories have demanded we sell 1,000 hot tubs and swim spas this weekend. Washington State Fairgrounds Event Center. Huge factory incentives, factory rebates, this weekend only. Washington State Fairgrounds Event Center. We can remove your old hot tub. Free delivery of your new hot tub. Deep, deep discounts. Washington State Fairgrounds Event Center. Free delivery of your new hot tub. Just relax and enjoy. Washington State Fairgrounds Event Center. Today, 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. Saturday, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Sunday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Free admission. Free delivery. Washington State Fairgrounds Event Center. Call 833-SPA-SALE or visit hottubandSwimSpaSale.com.
Your best source for local news. KIRO Newsradio. KIRO FM and HD1. Tacoma, Seattle. Northwest News. This is CBS News on the Hour. Your home for original reporting.
I'm Jennifer Kuiper. Virginia's Supreme Court overturns a congressional redistricting map that was effectively approved by voters. The new boundaries would have benefited Democrats. CBS's Katrina Kaufman.
The Democrats will lose 4 seats in districts in Virginia as a result. The reason that the Virginia Supreme Court says they did this is procedural. So it's a little bit in the weeds, but they say because of when this was voted on, there were actually some early voters that didn't know how these maps would pan out at the time.
Reverting to the old district map is considered a win for Republicans and President Trump. The U.S. fires on 2 more Iran-flagged oil tankers to stop them from docking at an Iranian port in violation of the U.S. blockade. And Iran releases sound of what it says is its forces firing missiles. CBS's Weijia Zhang.
The president claims that these firings of back and forth, even the aggression from Iran, does not violate the ceasefire, which begs the question, what would do that? And he has said in recent days that you would know if that were a violation. And he appears to be equating that with even bigger blows from the U.S.
The U.S. is waiting for a response from Iran on a peace proposal, which President Trump says they better sign fast. The latest government report on jobs is better than expected, with the unemployment rate holding at 4.3% and payrolls rising last month by 115,000. CBS's Kelly O'Grady.
We are seeing growth in retail, transportation, and warehousing, as well as leisure and hospitality. The areas that did see a drop were manufacturing, government, and information and financial activities.
Health officials in Arizona, California, Georgia, Texas, and Virginia are monitoring former passengers on the Dutch-flagged cruise ship that is at the center of the hantavirus outbreak that has killed 3 people. It's believed that 7 Americans disembarked from that ship. Vanderbilt University infectious disease expert Dr. William Schaffner.
At the moment, this is not an issue that we should be panicking about. The risk to the average person in the United States is close to nil. Let's watch this day by day as new information develops.
Pope Leo marks 1 year as leader of the Roman Catholic Church by visiting Pompeii and Naples. Sabina Castelfranco reports.
The visit started at Pompeii's Shrine of Our Lady of the Rosary,
close to the archaeological site destroyed by Mount Vesuvius's 79 AD eruption. In Naples, the Pope visited the cathedral where he spoke about the city's multifaceted nature.
Stocks are up on Wall Street. This is CBS News.
Join Adriana Diaz and Kelly O'Grady for the perfect start to your weekend. Ease into your Saturday with CBS Saturday Morning on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
A King County jury has reached a verdict in the trial of off-duty security guard Aaron Myers. But first, let's get a check on the roads with your KIRO News Radio real-time traffic. Drivers along I-5 North from Federal Way to Seattle continue to make progress. The drive is about 35 minutes right now. On I-5 South, there are a few brake lights. It'll take you 40 minutes to get from Linwood to Seattle. On 405 North, Renton to Bellevue is mostly clear. That drive is about 25 minutes. This traffic report is brought to you by Wilcox Farms. For a convenient, healthy snack on the go, look for ready-to-eat Wilcox hard-boiled eggs. Find Wilcox eggs at Costco, Metro Market, Safeway, and other local grocers.
KIRO News Radio. Breaking news.
A King County jury has reached a verdict in the trial of off-duty security guard Aaron Myers. Myers is charged with second-degree murder and assault in the fatal shooting of 17-year-old Ali Rohani outside a Renton Big Five sporting goods store back in 2024. He mistook the teen's BB gun for a real gun and opened fire. The verdict is expected to be read within an hour. KIRO News Radio's James Lynch is on his way to the courthouse. Nearly 9,000 Microsoft employees have a month to decide whether to remain with the company or accept an early retirement offer. KIRO News Radio's Luke Ducey has more on the payout.
A big one-time check between $100,000 and $150,000 depending on tenure and level in the company. Full medical, dental, and vision for an entire year, then COBRA after that, and all vested and unvested stock. Employees qualify if their age and time at the company adds up to 70 years, according to the Seattle Times. So, why is Microsoft doing it? Many analysts say in order to balance their $100 billion investment in AI and keep Wall Street analysts happy. Luke Ducey, KIRO News Radio.
Microsoft says the retirement payouts will cost around $900 million this quarter. State agriculture officials want people in Vancouver to keep an eye out for a yellow-legged hornet. The highly invasive species was found on a vessel at the port of Vancouver last month. No other hornets were found, but traps are now in place. Yellow-legged hornets have caused major losses to honeybee colonies in Europe and parts of the southeast U.S. And across the Pacific Northwest, a new invasive ant is spreading. It's called the Asian needle ant. It pushes out native ants, disrupts seed growth, and delivers a painful sting that can be life-threatening. Experts say to avoid it in disturbed areas and seek medical help if stung. And after 13 years, a popular Seattle festival is officially coming to an end. Organizers of Freak Out Festival say rising costs, shifting attendance, and growing barriers for touring artists, especially international acts, made the current model unsustainable. And now to your KIRO News Radio weather. Clouds with a few sun breaks this afternoon. More clouds and sunshine with peaks will continue throughout the weekend. Mother's Day will be mostly dry. Right now, it's 58 in downtown Seattle. I'm Katrina Gashard, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with the KIRO News Radio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
This is the Gee and Ursula Show with G. Scott and Ursula Reutin.
That's right. Fresh Fridays here on the Gee and Ursula Show. We're grateful that you are hanging out. Ursula, I just want to read this one text message before I throw it to you.
Okay.
Mindy in Bothell texted in and says, hey, I want to give Nick his flowers. His musical knowledge is impressive, and impressed when he pulls something out of so fitting to the topic.
Always.
Mindy's the best, yeah. I replied back to her. She's a sweetie. Yeah, she's a good listener.
Yeah, well done, Nick.
Come on, we take it for granted that he's always there with the music that we need.
You coming through.
And he's also an amazing DJ.
Oh, yeah.
Outside of this building.
Oh, yeah. He gets it going.
Yeah, Ursula, she set me up with a little gig I've got in September for a little wedding I've got going on. So
Yes.
It'll be some fun stuff.
Hey.
Shout out to Nora if she's listening.
Hey, you stay with those wedding gigs.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
Yes, you know what I'm saying.
50th, 60th, 70th birthdays.
Oh, yeah. We lit up Ursula's 60th birthday party last year. That was a fun time.
Everybody dancing.
You got
Everybody. Okay, text us, Muckleshoot Casino Resort text line 888-973-5476, 888-973 KIRO.
Top stories at 11.
On the Gee and Ursula Show.
Okay, the reason I was stumbling back into the studio, scrambling, because I saw that Seattle Times just posted a story not too long ago. You know, the rumor mill is just swirling around the sale of the Seahawks, just keeps churning. But now there are questions, G, and maybe, I don't know if you saw this, there are questions whether there's actually a bidding frenzy behind the scenes. So the Seattle Times is reporting that some NFL insiders are calling interest in the team, quote unquote, soft. Especially compared to the big bidding wars that we saw for the Broncos and the Commanders. So there are reportedly 2 ownership groups getting ready for bids, including investors tied to the Boston Celtics and the San Francisco 49ers. But ESPN says there may not be as many serious buyers as expected for a team that could still sell for more than, what is it now, $9 billion? That's a figure that's been bandied about. So according to the Times, they're quoting league insiders, they're pointing to a couple of things. First of all, that humongous price tag. The other thing is NFL rules requiring owners to put up huge amounts of cash up front. And then this one was one that, have you heard much talk about this? Concerns that the Seahawks may eventually need a new stadium? Excuse me? What's wrong with our current stadium?
Nothing.
Anyway, so the other wild card is that the possible return of the NBA to Seattle. Supposedly some billionaires are saying maybe it's cheaper and more appealing to bring back the Sonics instead.
Right. So first, before I give my opinion on this, I want to ask the loyal listeners, and you can text in the answer. Hey, loyal listeners, what do I say? How do I say the billionaires or the NFL? How do they always move? They move like the G and what? And what is that for? Don't even tell it. Let me see if you go ahead and text that in. That's number one.
That's one of my new favorite sayings.
Yeah.
Heavy silent, like the G.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, go ahead.
So, and then the next thing is, Ursula, just think. The entire time since the Seahawks have been for sale, we've heard nothing. And then, starting at the end of last week, we heard, the tech guys, Zuckerberg probably, and Tim Cook from Apple. They've been rumored to.
Whatever happened to Steve Ballmer.
Right. So don't you all think that it's an interesting coincidence that all of this is getting leaked right now? So here's my theory. If you've heard of a name and you've heard a reporter come out and say, this guy with the Celtics or this guy, that means they're not getting it.
So each time you hear a name, I won't even bother with the names right now. They're basically being ruled out.
Right.
Okay.
But think about it.
But do you think it's a soft response? I mean, the whole idea of ESPN reporting that there's not this big bidding war like we've seen with other teams, or you think that's...
No, I think the Seattle Seahawks are a prime team to buy.
Sure, okay. Couldn't be better to buy them than right now.
I'm not rich. But if I were really rich, you guys tell me, why would I not want a Seattle? Right? Like, look at everything that Seattle can give you. If you want to talk about selfishness, the money, they get the fan base. You're getting the Super Bowl champion. You want to talk about buying a stock that's a good stock.
Yeah, but that is also a big fat price tag. If there's not a lot of interest, maybe it goes down a little bit.
Mm-hmm. You want to know what was the big price tag and they've been terrible? The Washington Commanders.
Oh.
They had all kinds of turmoil going on with their organization. Go look up the last owner, Dan Snyder, and what was going on with the Commanders and the name change and all the stuff that went on with them, and they still went for a high price.
Yeah.
What do you think you're going to get with the Seattle Seahawks? This is a beauty to buy. So my theory, again, my working theory, my opinion is if you hear and have heard their name being connected to buying, that means they didn't get it.
Okay. Okay, we're going with that.
Yep.
Okay, and that's just, again, your theory.
That's my theory.
Not an insider's knowledge by any stretch.
By the way, we got some people texting in the G and lasagna. Hey, Barbara! Hey!
I know. There's a ton of them.
Yeah.
Okay, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but we do need to do a little update. It is one of the stories that is tracking nationally and internationally, and that's the deadly hantavirus outbreak tied to that Dutch cruise ship that is near Spain's Canary Islands. Now, health officials are continuing to track the outbreak, and the numbers are growing. So now, as of just last check, there are at least 8 confirmed or suspected cases linked to that ship, including 3 deaths. And health officials are now scrambling to track passengers who already left the boat before the outbreak was identified. And CBS's Tom Hansen talks about the situation on board, which has also triggered a major international response.
Global health officials are scrambling to track down passengers who departed the MV Hondius weeks ago. The cruise operator says nearly 30 passengers from at least 12 countries, including 6 Americans, left the ship during one of its first port stops in St. Helena before the hantavirus was suspected. State authorities say 1 passenger is now home in Arizona, another in Virginia, 2 in Georgia, 2 in Texas, and an unknown number are back in California. Health officials say none of them are showing any symptoms of hantavirus.
And again, they think this is the strain, the Andes virus, the only known strain capable of limited person-to-person spread. Doctors are trying to stress that this is not another COVID-style situation, because I'm seeing more and more people talking about, oh my gosh, is this the beginning of like what we had when COVID broke out? CBS's Dr. Celine Gounder says the average traveler should not panic.
This Andes virus requires very close person-to-person contact.
But still, they're warning that exposed passengers need to watch for symptoms because they can take several weeks before they even appear.
CDC has been coordinating with state and local health departments. They are monitoring for symptoms, so things like fever, muscle aches. Developing respiratory symptoms, trouble breathing would be a warning sign. The incubation period is out to 8 weeks.
And yesterday you brought up a great question, which is, do you feel like we would be prepared? If I hope this is one of those, just a reminder that if something were to break out, are you prepared? Are you prepared to do what it takes to keep your family and yourself safe?
You want to know what I learned working with you on this show?
What's that?
Sometimes you just stay away from your own opinion and you give the people the news. In 2025, the CDC underwent severe restructuring and downsizing. Approximately 2,400 employees, 18% of the staff were cut. Key areas were cut. In this massive layoff, they had another layoff in October of 2025, where 600 people were terminated from the CDC. You want to know some of the targeted programs, Ursula?
What's that? Let me guess.
Cruise ship inspections. The team responsible for investigating cruise ship outbreaks was disbanded. I'm not going to go through all the rest because I wanted to just bring up cruise ship. You taught me, just give the folks the news. Don't take my opinion.
Well, we're on a talk show now, so we're doing opinion, including me.
Okay.
But you're giving them the facts is what you're saying. And, yeah, so you can decide. Okay, well,
what did Whoopi Goldberg say to
I'm going to ask you.
Demi Moore in Ghost? What did Whoopi Goldberg say to Demi Moore in Ghost? You in trouble, girl.
You're trying to tell me. You think I should cancel my cruise?
No, I didn't say that. I said yesterday, my opinion was that we need to pray. And we need to pray because we're not prepared because in 2025, 18% of the CDC was gutted. So we are not prepared to deal with anything.
To which I say...
What'd you say?
I'm still going on the cruise. But I'm going to just be doubling and tripling and quadrupling down on hand washing. I'm going to be making sure I don't touch any utensils that have been touched by someone.
Are you going to wear a mask?
No. Not unless if there's a reason to wear a mask, I absolutely.
I'll tell you right now.
I was someone who wore a mask.
Oh no, we both.
Yes, we did. Yeah, absolutely. So I have no qualms about it. I'm not going to just voluntarily do it.
I said, like even after the pandemic, that even on the planes, I was gonna wear a mask. I just can't do it, y'all. Like something about putting on that mask. Even I saved the mask.
Depressing.
I saved the mask because that's for my grandkids later on, so they can see. You know what I mean? Great grandkids, they can see. Oh, they had masks they had to wear during that time. Yes. So I kept it, but I'm telling you, every time I walk past them, they're in my garage. I get triggered.
Well, it just that was a time, and it wasn't that long ago. Now I already got people telling me that I should cancel. Okay, I've got 4 weeks to decide. I'm still waiting for them to actually tell us that our flight's gonna cost more, because they can still tack on surcharges even though we bought our tickets a long time ago.
Ursula,
that hasn't happened yet.
I think you're gonna be fine.
I think so
I would
too.
not cancel right now, but we'll see.
The last time I went before a pandemic, and this is not, by the way, again, health officials are saying, nope, it's very different. This is very different.
Yeah.
This is very different.
But you was on a cruise.
Yeah, I was on a cruise.
Hey, Ursula, when you get back, we won't be at work. So good luck to you out there.
I know. Okay. Hey, there's something big happening on Sunday, Mother's Day, in case you don't remember. You've got a little bit of time left.
Yep.
And if you're going to take mom out to eat this weekend, well, first of all, I'm going to tell you, if you don't already have a place reserved, good luck. But restaurants and chains across the country are rolling out some great deals. Some are offering free items. Some are doing the buy one, get one offers. And Mike did a great job compiling them.
Oh, yeah?
Because it looks like Krispy Kreme has Mother's Day specials. Pizza Hut, Denny's, KFC, Panda Express, Baskin and Robbins. I love it.
Yeah. You know what? I was thinking about something as we made our reservations for Mother's Day and everything. But I think that one of the big pressures on Mother's Day, I think, is to go to a place that is fancy, right? And it appeases. I would just go, where is your mom's favorite place to eat?
Yes.
If it's the teriyaki spot.
Yeah, don't worry about the gram.
Don't worry about the gram.
Just spend time. Spend time with her. Okay, I mentioned on Ask Ursula, we've got some Mother's Day scenarios.
Okay.
Some from friends who've shared with me some of their biggest frustrations, and then one is kind of a general one that just kind of comes up all the time. And check that out. Ask Ursula on mynorthwest.com. However, you're right. And by the way, last Sunday is when we celebrated Mother's Day, because my oldest son is not here. We're going to go out to brunch on this Sunday, just the three of us. But we did kind of no, we're just going to go a little brunch spot in Lower Queen Anne.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not going to be anything fancy, because we already did. We went to Korean barbecue, which is my favorite, and we just went down the street here.
That's good.
And it's not anything super fancy, but it was like, I know that all of us together would have enjoyed that, and it was just really fun.
I tell you what, it used to be fun. That's no longer fun for me
What's
anymore.
That?
Buffets. That used to be.
See, that's a big thing on cruises too. Is it because of the germs?
Nah, I'd be lying.
Slim and trim, that's why.
I can't eat like I used to.
Yeah, me neither.
If anybody listens to you, the germs, I should be concerned, but that's not my concern. My concern is paying way too much money, and I don't get my money's worth. There used to be a time
where
when
you have to bulk up.
Well, I wasn't bulk up. I just was hungry, and I just, you know what I'm saying? Like them buffets.
Who has the best buffet anymore?
I would say my favorite buffet ever in this town back in the day was Salty's.
Oh.
Salty's buffet, that was it. On a Sunday. Matter of fact, I was there at Salty's when the Kingdom went down, when they demolished it.
Yeah.
I love Salty's. What's your favorite buffet?
So Ivers on Lake Union does a fabulous job.
Wait. Ivers
Waterfront. Yeah, they have not regular, the Mother's Day brunch, though, buffet.
Ivers?
Incredible.
I never knew that.
Yeah, well, good luck, though, because you have to book it probably a month in advance. So it's not something that you can just do last minute, because everybody's figured it out. It's a lot of food. It's good. Yeah, I think it's good. You get a lot of seafood. You get all you can eat. I mean, it comes with a chunk of a price for Ivers, but it's the waterfront right there.
Was it?
It's a great spot. That's one of the favorite.
About $100?
No, I don't even think so. Maybe Mike, you can take a look real quick. But no, that's a great spot. I would love to know other great brunch spots.
Yeah.
Brunch buffet spots.
Nick, you got any favorites, bruh?
I mean, every time I think of buffets, the best ones that come to mind are the ones that you go to the casino, Snoqualmie Casino. That's a very good buffet. I think now it's like $30, $40. You get in there, you get some little prime rib, little seafood, little crab legs in there.
Now,
Muckleshoot used to have one too, but I know Snoqualmie still has it.
No, wait. For all you Muckleshoot folks, when I first moved here years ago, I got here in 99, in the early 2000s. This is the truth. That Muckleshoot buffet, because they used to have the prime rib, and they had the all-you-can-eat crab, and they had the crab. It was either you could crack it yourself, or they had already cracked it for you. So it was just unlimited crab. It was the first time in my life that I've been somewhere. I'm like, wait, I'm getting unlimited crab already cracked? And guess what? The price tag was only like $20.
If you show up in the daytime for the lunch special, it was like $25, $30.
It was crazy.
It's a good deal.
So that buffet, Mike?
I've got info on the Ivers Mother's Day brunch buffet. That's Sunday the 10th from 9:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. on Sunday, May 10th. Okay. It is at 3 of their locations at Acres of Clams, at the Salmon House, and at the Mukilteo Landing.
Just need to know the price.
$65 for adults, $30 for 5 to 12, free for 4 and under. Reservations are recommended and spaces are filling up.
Wait, free for 4 and under?
Yes, sir.
That's a good deal.
It's an amazing spot for brunch, and it's very popular.
I would say I'm with Tamara in Tacoma. Tamara says casinos win the buffet game. Oh, they own it now.
Oh, yeah.
Right, Ursula?
Yes. I can confirm.
They make it affordable and cheap because
Snoqualmie has a great buffet.
And it's a good deal because they want you there for another reason.
Oh, of course.
Now, I have not been to Snoqualmie in many years.
It's good.
And I heard it's really nice. Is the buffet good?
The buffet's fantastic.
Arguably, it's the best casino buffet in the state. Snoqualmie Casino.
What?
Yeah. They've got good stuff.
Not that expensive.
Maybe I might change it up. All right. Hey, coming up next here on the Gee and Ursula Show, it will be Mike's first time by himself. Agree to disagree. Gee and Ursula.
This hour is brought to you by DUI Heroes.
KIRO Newsradio, the first place you turn for the news you trust.
Renton police investigating a shooting that happened just after midnight.
Engaging conversation.
It's just indefensible. The mayor's communications team should be better.
Traffic.
A full closure now, southbound 509 at Alexander Avenue.
And your Super Bowl champion Seahawks.
Touchdown, Seahawks!
Streaming everywhere on the KIRO Newsradio app. Always here, always with you. KIRO Newsradio, 97.3 FM.
Nick, you know what my dad always used to say?
Oh, which thing? Let me guess. If you put anything on a hot dog besides mustard, it's un-American?
Okay, that's true. Okay, but no, about the word worry. Remember he used to say about the word worry?
Yes, that it's not a verb, but it actually is.
I know it's a verb, but Nick, his point was nothing comes from worrying. You can sit here and worry about all the news and all about the chaos in the world. You worry about your health, but nothing comes of it. You have to take action.
Right.
Like, for instance, you and I, we go into Longevity Medical Clinic. That's an action. It's about taking that action. Like, people can go to Longevity Medical Clinic, take the free health analysis, and then they can find out how they're aging and the things they can do in order to slow down the process to have a big, full, rich life so you can enjoy a hot dog with whatever you want on it.
And now worry is a verb.
See, there you go. So it all starts for you taking action. I was a patient at Longevity long before I started doing these commercials. So get your free health analysis. Go to lmclinic.com. That's lmclinic.com.
Here's a tale of Tina searching up and down for decent GLP-1s, but got spun around.
Tell good RX Reutin, hey, we got something new. GLP-1 prescriptions, all FDA approved.
Brand name meds, no flags that are red.
Clear pricing from the start. None of those hidden fees in your cart.
Delivered to your door or pick up same day. Darn tootin'.
Save time and money on prescriptions.
I put it to goodrx.com/weight loss. GoodRx is not insurance.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Support comes from Amazon Business. You can't rely on guesswork to run your business. With Smart Business Buying, innovative AI tools optimize your purchasing experience, paired with delivery options built for business. Empower your team today. Learn more at amazonbusiness.com.
Hartley Wilcox here. For over 100 years, my family has been committed to doing what's right. We believe food should be honest and wholesome. At Wilcox Farms, that starts with caring for our hens. They roam healthy pastures and enjoy a diet of organic grains and flaxseed. Why does that matter? Because what hens eat determines the quality of the eggs you eat. Our nature-first approach means vibrant golden yolks, richer flavor, and higher omega-3s for your family's health. When you choose Wilcox, you're not just buying eggs. You're supporting a farm that values animal welfare, sustainability, and community. It's real nutrition, real care, and real value. So next time you're at the egg case, look for Wilcox Family Farms eggs. Taste the difference that starts with what our hens eat. Wilcox Family Farms, locally fresh since 1909.
Be advised, this is your opportunity to save up to 40 to 80% on a hot tub or swim spa. This weekend only, today through Sunday. Washington State Fairgrounds Event Center. Be advised, this is your opportunity to save up to 40 to 80% on a hot tub or swim spa. This weekend only, today through Sunday. Washington State Fairgrounds Event Center. 18-month interest-free financing. Our factories have demanded we sell 1,000 hot tubs and swim spas this weekend. Washington State Fairgrounds Event Center. Huge factory incentives, factory rebates, this weekend only. Washington State Fairgrounds Event Center. We can remove your old hot tub. Free delivery of your new hot tub. Deep, deep discounts. Washington State Fairgrounds Event Center. Free delivery of your new hot tub. Just relax and enjoy. Washington State Fairgrounds Event Center. Today, 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. Saturday, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Sunday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Free admission. Free delivery. Washington State Fairgrounds Event Center. Call 833-SPA-SALE or visit hottubandSwimSpaSale.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-518-3899. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-518-3899. That's 800-518-3899. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Carter Subaru is Seattle's only Subaru dealer with the largest selection of Subarus in Washington. With over 800 vehicles in stock, they have exactly what you're looking for with savings you'll love. Visit Carter Subaru in Shoreline and Ballard or anytime at cartersubaru.com.
Get down with Casey and the Sunshine Band when they take the stage at Muckleshoot Casino Resort. Sunday, May 17th at 8 p.m. The iconic 70s group has toured around the world, and now they're bringing their blend of funk, disco, and R&B to Muckleshoot Casino Resort on May 17th. Get tickets now at muckleshootcasino.com.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning. I'm Katrina Gashard. A King County jury has reached a verdict in the trial of off-duty security guard Aaron Myers. In 2024, the case centered on the fatal shooting of a 17-year-old outside a Renton Big Five sporting goods store where Myers mistook the teen's BB gun for a real-life firearm before opening fire. The verdict is expected to be read within an hour. KIRO News Radio's James Lynch will be there to report live outside the courthouse. The group's Let's Go Washington announced this morning it can now begin collecting signatures to repeal the state's new income tax. Founder Brian Haywood tells the Jason Rand Show on Seattle Red 770 AM.
We got ballot titles back from the Attorney General's office. We've got both initiative to legislature and to the people. We're deciding which one.
The tax passed earlier this year applies a 9.9% rate on household income over $1 million. And there's a new development in the long-running debate over helicopter landings at Seattle Children's. The Laurelhurst Community Council has now agreed to fully support the hospital's plan to end the medical review. Both sides say the move will speed up emergency air access for critically ill and injured kids. And a Seattle man has been detained after social media posts appear to show him throwing a rock at a monk seal in Hawaii. KIRO Newsradio's Luke Ducey has more.
Video appears to show the 37-year-old suspect from Seattle standing on a beach in Maui, throwing a rock the size of a brick at the head of a monk seal that was swimming about 10 feet away.
What are you doing? Why would you throw a rock at it? Hello?
It's not clear if the rock hit the seal. Hawaiian monk seals are protected under federal and state law. The man was detained by law enforcement. Luke Ducey, KIRO News Radio.
On the east side, 3 businesses are under investigation for human trafficking and promoting prostitution. KIRO 7 TV's Jack Billy reports outside Miss A Salon in Bellevue.
While we were here, at least 3 people tried to go inside. 2 of them denied knowing anything about prostitution. Christine Moreland saw it all firsthand.
I witnessed a scene that sometimes feels like it's a bit out of a movie where, they're going in, they're serving the warrant, they're checking the space, they're making sure it's cleared, they're bringing the victims out. And then, what I often say is that's when the real work begins.
Moreland's nonprofit, The More We Love, accompanied Kirkland police while they executed search warrants on 3 businesses, Miss A Salon in Bellevue, Crystal Asian Spa in Kirkland, and Amazing Head Spa in Bellevue. Her group aimed to help trafficking victims.
For your KIRO News Radio real-time traffic on 405 North, Renton to Bellevue is mostly clear right now. That drive about 20 minutes. Drivers along I-5 North from Federal Way to Seattle continue to make progress. The drive is now 35 minutes. On I-5 southbound, there are a few brake lights. It'll take you about 45 minutes to get from Linwood to Seattle. This traffic report is brought to you by the Seattle Mariners. Don't miss 8 firework nights this season presented by T-Mobile. The first show is May 29th. Get your tickets at mariners.com/fireworks. And for your forecast, we got clouds with some sun breaks this afternoon. It'll be mostly cloudy and dry for this Mother's Day weekend. Right now, it's about 58 in downtown Seattle. I'm Katrina Gashard, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
Thank you so much, Katrina. Always appreciate you coming in, keeping it tight, giving us the news. Appreciate you. It's been fun having you this week.
And a happy Mother's Day as well.
Happy Mother's Day. This is going to be your first Mother's Day as mom of 3.
Yes, it is. Can't believe it.
I know. And you make it look so easy.
Oh, it's
not. I tell you,
you know how it is, Ursula.
Yes, I do. But you make it look easy. Hey, it is time for us to agree to disagree, brought to you by Guardian Roofing and Gutters.
One of these days, we just got to take off the gloves. Just really go at it.
All right, a longtime Washington landmark is gone. Crews have blasted Bellingham's famous rock along I-5 into pieces as a part of a state fish passage project ending more than 50 years of tradition. For decades, the 100-ton boulder served as a community canvas painted over and over with everything from celebrations to memorials, becoming a kind of roadside message board generations grew up with. Now that it's been broken apart, some say it's just a rock that had to go. Others say it was a piece of local identity. So my question for you, so is this just a rock or was it an important landmark?
It's just a damn rock.
Well, it's many rocks now.
You remember, it's 11:36
It's 11:30
on a Friday.
You already know what time it is.
It's a whale moment.
This is a whale moment, no question. And listen, I already gave you everything I had with the Puyallup story in the flag. Now, I had that story. Now, this is up there, and you said Bellingham? Up there in that area?
Yes, that's correct.
It's a rock. Yeah. Who am I to say? I don't know if it's a rock. I don't know if the people. I don't live in Bellingham. We got some listeners. Can y'all hear the show in Bellingham?
Yeah, they can.
Let us know about this rock.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But right now, as of now, it's a damn rock.
Okay, let's forget the rock because you haven't seen the rock and it doesn't mean anything to you. Mm-hmm. But are there landmarks in your neighborhood, for example, where the kids throughout the years have been putting their murals on it or graffiti, but okay, let's just say they've been putting their, class of 83, class of 96, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a little fun gathering spot, and it means something. Like in our neighborhood, in Northeast Seattle, or the neighborhood over in Wedgwood, I haven't even checked to see if it's gone, but I remember the big rock that was in the Wedgwood neighborhood. Now I got to see if it's gone or not. I seem to remember that there was a lot of talk about, do you keep it there? Do you not? I can understand where something would have some meaning, so they were going to try to move it. So I give them credit for even considering that.
Not a rock broke, and now they can't move nothing.
Now it's just a pile of rubble.
So I think so.
Sorry.
So it makes a better story now, right? Now there's history. Hey, why is this rock broken? Oh, because this is what happened during this time. So now they have no choice but to keep the rock there, right, Mike? Right. So guess what? It needs to continue to be a thing.
It's not the same.
Is that the same?
No,
they broke
because it's all in pieces.
Yeah, it's literally in
I
pieces.
looked at it. It was like little. It's like chunks.
It's gravel.
You can't be painting on that thing anymore. So they didn't do a good enough job trying to preserve it. But are there landmarks that you think that are not official landmarks, not historic landmarks? Like the whole thing about gasworks and that big fight. But I'm talking about something that you grew up with in Chicago or something in Tacoma. I'm trying to get you to care.
Okay.
Like where kids would gather.
You're going to get me there.
Okay.
Like a skate park.
Because you're asking me about keepsakes in the neighborhoods that I grew up in Chicago. So this Friday, I don't want to go deep.
Okay. Oh, gotcha. Okay, yeah. No, let's keep it light. We're choosing joy. Okay, next one.
Choose joy. All right, switching gears because it's almost lunchtime here. McDonald's is leaning hard into nostalgia and value, bringing back fan favorite items like snack wraps and promoting cheap meal deals to win customers back, which raises the question, which long-lost menu item would you actually get in the car and go drive for, especially given gas prices?
G?
My bad. This 360 sent the email that I was locked in on, a message that I was locked in on.
Okay.
I missed that.
Yeah. Is there a menu item? Remember how people were freaked out about McRibs, which I've never tried in my life, but
you're better off.
When a fast food restaurant takes something off the menu and you're like, hey, wait a minute. I like that thing. Why? I want to see it brought back.
Fast food nostalgia.
Yeah.
Okay. I need help. It was called, not the McRib, but there was something that McDonald's used to have. They used to have this cheeseburger, and it was called something, and it was really good. And they took it away. I need help remembering the name of that burger. It was so good. It was so good, and they took it away. It was my favorite.
Yeah.
It outbeat the quarter pounder for me. Like quarter pounder with cheese was my thing.
Yes.
This came and it was gone, and I can't remember the name of this sandwich, and I need some.
Was its feature having like the fresh tomato and lettuce on it too? Is it the McDLT?
Are we talking about McDLT?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, that's from like the mid '80s, man. You keep the hot side hot, the cool side cool.
That's before
so
my
much
time too. But I remember seeing those commercials.
Thank you so much, Nick. That's the one. Ursula.
Yeah.
That was I'm telling you, that thing was so good.
And that would bring you back, maybe.
Yes.
I mean, not today's G, but
and Kentucky Fried Chicken used to have what was the Korean, the wings, the barbecue.
Oh God, I love those too.
Oh man,
I know. I'm still trying to find that place with the perfect Mandarin chicken wings.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it's more just a price that can get me in. For example, McDonald's fries are still great. But can we get him back to below $1?
That's it. That's the number
Make
one.
That your loss leader.
Yes. Because that's the thing. And by the way, I have not had McDonald's fries in a long time. I need to celebrate and go get me some McDonald's fries.
Or not.
Bad.
They're just as good as you remember. Not to knock you off y'all's journey or anything, but they are legit.
Yeah.
Still the real deal.
Yeah.
Blessings. We need a blessing in the bag.
Blessings. Get a blessing. All right, Ursula. Text message feedback, and then we'll have Ursula's Worst Live By.
As a social influencer, my days can be busy. 4 a.m., I hit the gym. 4:32, protein smoothie. 5:08, save time and money bundling my home and auto insurance with Progressive. Wait, if I bundle and save time, what would I do then? Just sit here and reflect? Like, why am I qualified to influence anyone? And how those weights are hollow? And half of my followers are bots.
You could save time and money bundling your home and auto when you switch to Progressive. It's one less thing to worry about during your already busy day. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Nick, you know what's a great thing about going to Longevity Medical Clinic as a couple?
Oh, I absolutely do. When they tell you to do something, you actually do it.
Right. And the same thing with you. When they tell you to do it, because for some reason, when I tell you to do it, you're like, whoa.
I just walk away and roll my eyes.
Exactly. But the great thing about Longevity Medical Clinic, the doctors there know, because we do the blood draw and they look and they can see, they know, they hold us accountable.
Yeah, when I'm under pressure and I know I'm coming in, I know I have to work the program.
Right. Plus, we also want to hold each other accountable for how we take care of ourselves because, we want to have a long, healthy, happy life.
I know. I want every day to torture you as long as I possibly can.
Well, I look forward to it. Here's the great thing about Longevity Medical Clinic. They're working with you. They're holding you accountable because they want you to have a long, healthy, happy life. I was a patient at Longevity long before I started doing these commercials. So get your free health analysis. Go to lmclinic.com. That's lmclinic.com.
It started as a puddle.
Where?
In the shower.
Uh-oh.
Then the kitchen sink.
Started backing up?
Yeah.
I know where this is going.
Clogged up.
Right. No problem.
Beg your pardon?
There's no clog we can't clear.
You're Dan.
From Apollo Plumbing.
This is going to get pricey.
How about $83?
To clear my drain?
Apollo Plumbing clears main drains every day.
For $83?
83 or it's free.
What's the catch?
No catch. We'll even do a camera inspection.
Why's that?
It's the best way to find the cause of your clog.
And it's included?
No extra charge. Truth is, we hate clogs.
I don't love them.
Seen them all.
Ew.
I promise. There's no clog Apollo can't clear.
Guaranteed.
83 or free.
Goodbye, slow drains.
All it takes is an accessible clean out.
And Apollo gets my drains draining again.
You call, we come, it's fixed.
My heroes.
Just doing our job.
Thank you, Apollo Plumbing.
ApolloPlumbing.com.
With summer right around the corner, Valentine Roofing's schedule is filling up fast. Jake Skorheim here. I want to give you 3 reasons why you should pick up the phone and call Valentine today. Number 1, there's still time to beat the summer rush and get your roof started in as little as 3 weeks. Number 2, when the nice weather hits, you'll be enjoying your backyard instead of worrying about your roof. And 3, with the increased cost of crude oil, material prices going up, shipping prices going up, lock in your price now before the market absorbs all those price increases. Call 206 Roofing today, and I guarantee there'll be no surprises, just a clear estimate you can trust. And once you choose Valentine Roofing, here's what you can expect. Seamless communication, meticulous cleanup, and extra mile service. That's the Valentine experience and the reason that they were awarded the 2025 Gold for Best Roofing Company by the Seattle Times Best in the Pacific Northwest Awards. Call 206 Roofing today. That's 206 Roofing. And remember, when you see the red Valentine van, you know your home is in good hands.
Progressive knows that for business owners, vacations hit different. But hey, at least you finally took a vacation. And look at that. You only answered 53 calls, 84 emails, onboarded 1 new hire, and covered for Chris while he's out on paternity leave, and you did it all from a kayak. Because you, my friend, know how to relax. All right, you may not know how to take a day off, but you do know both your personal and business auto insurance needs can be covered in one place with Progressive. So at least that's relaxing, right? Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states or situations.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Carter Subaru is Seattle's only Subaru dealer with the largest selection of Subarus in Washington. With over 800 vehicles in stock, they have exactly what you're looking for with savings you'll love. Visit Carter Subaru in Shoreline and Ballard or anytime at cartersubaru.com.
If you're looking to buy or sell a home in Washington, recent headlines might concern you. Talk of pocket listings or private networks where only certain consumers see certain properties are all over the media. Good news. The legislature recently passed a bill to protect you in your transaction. No secret deals, all listings available for everyone to see, not just an exclusive club of insiders. This means more competition, better offers, and fair access for all consumers. Learn more at warealtor.org. Sponsored by Washington Realtors.
It's Gee and Ursula Show. Happy Fresh Fridays to you, Ursula. I got to tell you, this show flew.
It really did. I'm like, do we really have to end?
I know.
Thank you. Thank you to all of you. Thank you to producer Mike, who has gone solo today for the first time, and you knocked it out of the ballpark.
Thank
Great
you
job.
so much. Someone earlier today, and I missed it, someone gave you some love, Mike. Says you did a very good job today. So,
excellent.
I also want to remind everybody, too, because a lot of people have been asking, Chef is going to be back on Monday. I did talk to him yesterday, and he's doing so well, and he will share what he's been up to when he returns, and we will welcome him back on Monday. But right now, we're going to share some of your text messages and your feedback, and one of the top stories was on artificial intelligence causing layoffs. Kirk from Tacoma says, when a friend of mine was a lumberjack and the mill shut down, they gave him a tiny bit of money to go re-educate himself. He sucked it up and entered hospitality education. Now he's a manager. AI? People knew this was coming.
From the 253, all a degree does nowadays is tell anybody, any employer, that you can start something and finish it. Not worth the paper it's printed on.
How does this affect colleges? Tara in Mill Creek says you can always go to community college first and transfer to a four-year institution, which is a great piece of advice for anybody. Anytime.
I'm a huge advocate for the community college experience. That's actually how I got into the radio. Shout out to Green River College, KGRG, back in the day.
All right.
Mike in Portland writes, and to build on your point, college has become the new high school because the level of knowledge and skill needed to earn a degree has declined significantly over the past several years.
Has it? Hell, has the knowledge declined?
I didn't ask Mike. That's just what he wrote.
Would you say in college, in the 50s and 60s, there's a lot of knowledge in college?
Different kinds of knowledge. How's that? Yeah,
choose joy.
Gee, I'm going to just keep steering you back to choosing joy. Okay. Nikki says college just needs to be more economical and available for all, regardless of the name. It's never going to happen, LOL.
And to put a capper on that, 425 writes, we only have ourselves to blame about the state of college today. We bought into the quote-unquote pricier is better message.
On Flex Fridays and working out and all of your words of encouragement, because I admitted that I'm in a bit of a rut. I can't seem to get past 2 or 3 30-minute workouts a week. Lori in Auburn says, I walk on my treadmill 4 or 5 times a week, and I do my back and shoulder physical therapy exercises 5 to 6 times per week. And then there's Steve who says, I've been going on walks at 5:30, and I hope you have a wonderful Mother's Day, Ursula. Thank you.
Yeah, this is just a cross-section. Ursula, you got a lot of love on the text line, lots of support and lots of enthusiasm for y'all's journey. Bobby in Tacoma writes, Terry Crews said, go to the gym for 30 days. I don't care if you don't go in and sit outside. Make it a habit. It's already a habit for you, Ursula. Now you can add to it.
No. That was actually, Terry Crews did a great job with that one. He basically, he don't even care if you go in there and take a sip of water and just leave. Just do it for 30 days straight.
Oh, is that, well, that's basically what you're doing. You're just going, you're going every day.
I go every day.
I know.
But his Terry Crews, like, just so that you can make it a habit.
Okay, that's, okay.
What you got next, Ursula?
How about pedestrians and crosswalks?
Oh, boy.
Mary in Queen Anne says, worse than pedestrians are all those rental bikes and scooters. And then she said not so nice words about those who rent them.
Max in the 425 writes, blaming it on road design is absolutely an excuse for the people who think people have no responsibility to others.
on the massive flag that's going up in Puyallup, Jason and Buckley says, the flag doesn't just stand for blood, guts, and sacrifice. It also stands for liberty and justice for all.
And switching gears, are you excited about the World Cup? Raul in the 206 says, I'm a FIFA volunteer and we get uniforms.
Nice.
And then, if you missed it, today's scenario was a little bit different. It was a personal one to G because State Senator Jamie Peterson sent a letter of apology, which, G, you fully accepted.
I do.
And Carrie Ann Bonnie Lake says, kudos to Jamie Peterson for reaching out with what sounds like a heartfelt apology. Humans are terrible at communicating in high-stakes situations. Doesn't matter how good our intentions are, we're all messy as heck.
And I love this from Scott on Orcus to close out. Topic suggestion for the future. What makes a real apology? When I was growing up, we had to apologize in person. Couldn't just call on the phone, had to walk over and apologize in person. We didn't have email back then.
Yeah, but apology is apology. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
However, the best way you can do it.
Yep. Okay, and then our final
Last
text
one.
message.
You got it?
Yes,
Okay.
and I just want to say this is from Cassie, who had texted us and just reminded us as we were talking about Mother's Day that, not everyone has a partner, not everyone has a mom. Some people are struggling just to have a Mother's Day or to get something for Mother's Day. And Cassie says, I'm from Snohomish. I also have to tell you a story about the impact you guys have had on my life. My boyfriend and I used to sit in the same arena watching birds and boats and listening to you guys in the morning for years before we met. I don't know how we never met or spoke to each other. His niece forced us together, and that's what we would do almost daily. He passed away a little over a year ago. I couldn't watch a show or listen to music. It was just too hard. But I could listen to you. I could go to the marina and watch the birds and boats and feel his presence. You helped pull me out of a deep depression. Thank you both and your crew.
Cassie, thank you so much for that message. And I want you to know that there's some times where it gets a little cloudy for me on why I do things. I now want to tell you that your message reminded me of why I do this.
Yes.
Words by Ursula.
So why is it important to be kind, as Gee always says at the end of the show? Because you never know who is grieving, who is exhausted, who is barely hanging on, and your kindness might be the only tenderness that they will feel today.
Ooh-wee, you killed that one. Kindness. Brother Nick?
Well, once again, AI is finding room for more headlines, forcing hands of Microsoft to offer up retirement signs. And as much as this new tool can take up work from folks in tech, it won't change your drive to fit Flex Friday in with your health in check. And maybe AI can give you reminders for your Mama's Day, but it still comes down to you with making plans for the fam to play. Because if you don't schedule a little buffet date with Mama, you might get Demi Moore from Ghost saying, "You in trouble, girl. Left with buying some McDLTs."
Man, first of all, the staying alive, that was impressive. All right, Ursula, have a great weekend.
You too.
Yeah, good stuff. We'll do this again on Monday.
We will.
Mike, thank you, man. You really did a great job.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
For your work. Thank you. Nick, Brother Nick, have a good weekend, man.
You too, man.
Hey, the Jake and Spike Show, they're coming in next. Stick around. Appreciate you for listening. Love you for that. And as always, be kind.
Hope you have as much fun as we have. So long, everybody.
Hartley Wilcox here. I'm sure you've heard the saying, you are what you eat. And everyone knows eggs are an incredible source of natural protein and omega-3. But have you ever stopped to think about what the hens eat to make the eggs great tasting and even healthier to eat? At Wilcox Farms, we believe in nature-first nutrition. Our hens enjoy pasture access and a diet of organic grains and flaxseed. That means vibrant golden yolks, richer flavor, and higher omega-3s for you and your family. When you choose Wilcox, you're not just buying eggs, you're investing in real nutrition and real value. Because healthy hens make healthy eggs, and healthy eggs make healthy, happy families. So next time you're at the store, look for Wilcox Family Farms eggs. Taste the difference that starts with what our hens eat. Learn more at wilcoxfarms.com. Wilcox Farms, where better eggs begin with better care. Wilcox Family Farms eggs, locally fresh since 1909.
Digging in my yard.
If you're hurt in a car accident, call Harold Car Law Offices right away. They'll save you time and get you more money from insurance while you're able to focus on recovering. Visit carlaw.com. 2 R's in car. Car accident? Call CAR.
Good afternoon, I'm Aaron Granillo.
Your best source for local news.
Newly released police video shows the arrest of a 17-year-old.
KIRO Newsradio.
We just want to have enough money for retirement.
And travel to visit our grandchildren.
I understand. That's why at Fisher Investments, we start by getting to know each other, so I can learn about your family, lifestyle, goals and needs, allowing us to tailor your portfolio.
What about commission-based products?
We don't sell those. We're a fiduciary, obligated to act in your best interest.
So how do your management fees work?
We have a simple management fee based on the value of your portfolio, so we do better when you do better.
We appreciate that kind of transparency.
We also check in with you regularly to keep you up to date on the markets and your portfolio.
Well, what other services do you offer?
As a client, you have access to resources on investing, financial planning, estate planning, Social Security, Medicare, and more.
Wow, sounds like Fisher Investments has everything we need.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Nothing makes a gathering great like Eggland's Best Eggs. They're just so delicious, with better nutrition too. It's eggs any style, as long as they're the best. Eggland's Best.
Just hearing the word IRS can make people break out in a cold sweat. No one wants to deal with the IRS, and now you don't have to. The good news is Legal Tax Defense has been successfully negotiating with the IRS for more than 15 years. It doesn't matter how much you owe, whether it's $5,000 or $5 million. You deserve the best in the business on your side, and that is Legal Tax Defense. Even if you're working with someone else and just want a second opinion, there is no cost or obligation to call. They can prevent levies, liens, wage garnishments, even file back tax returns. And the best news about Legal Tax Defense is they won't take your case unless they know they will reduce or eliminate your tax debt. Call Legal Tax Defense right now for a free no-risk consultation. 800-265-7681. 800-265